here. I think James also has it up there, though.
Sorry, I started it already.
Fantastic.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hey.
This is Ultra Chen TV. We have a special Monday show in advance of Combo Breaker, which is coming up this weekend. I'm Ultra David.
And I'm James Chen.
I'm Tasty Steve.
And I'm Sajam.
How's everybody going?
All right. So what we're gonna do is we want to talk about, it's a big tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be a lot of people there. It's a really big event for some games in particular, and we'll get to that stuff. So we'll talk about, which games are interesting, players to watch. We'll talk about some of the pools. We'll talk about maybe some picks that we have. And we'll talk a little bit about the history of the event and sort of what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I really do want to start with is kind of the history of the event. Because I like to kind of get people to understand where these events came from. Because all these events have like their own little story and history.
This is true. It's
actually super cool.
And this is actually a pretty unique case considering
Right.
everything involved with the fact that it went from one tournament to another tournament and who's actually in control.
Yeah, like everywhere too. Like even if you
Yeah.
go back to the UFGT, like that was...
So it was UFGT, or like basically UFGT took over for Midwest Championships,
Right.
A million years ago.
Right.
Like a decade
Like
ago.
over
You
10
were- I
years
don't-
ago.
Were you
Well,
born?
here's the thing is...
Maybe, I don't know.
It actually was... There was a Midwest Championships, then event which was run by Jason Wilson. He eventually kind of let it go, and then someone else took over. I believe it was Keats who took over that.
Yeah.
Started running Midwest Championships, but then at some point Jason Wilson took the name back.
Yeah, okay. That sounds right.
And there was a tournament a long time ago called UFGT.
That's right.
That got up to a certain number. So when Keats was like, okay, I don't have Midwest Championship anymore, now I'm going to become UFGT. I'll keep the UFGT line going. And Keats ran several UFGTs, did a
Right.
really good job. Was
10,
very,
I think, right? UFGT 10 was the last one.
Yeah.
Right, but that was like the tail end after he picked it
okay.
up. So there was maybe like 4 or 5 in there.
I
that
think
he
the first
did.
one I went to was 8. UFGT 8.
Oh, yeah.
I just went to the last one.
Okay.
That was
Okay,
the only one I
See,
did.
I've never been to any of the UFGTs,
Okay.
but I've been to a bunch of Midwest Championships.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So, what happened then was it became UFGT. Keats basically put a lot of effort into this. Then he got the job at Iron Galaxy. He's
Right.
like, look, I can't keep doing this anymore.
Right.
So I stopped. I quit.
Right.
And UFGT, had a lot of prestige with it.
Yeah.
It was very much known for running on time. It had the really cool extra game room where he made up all those games like Balrog Ball or something
Right,
like that.
yeah.
All these other cool things. But he basically stopped. And one of the people that had helped him run the event was the Hadu, a.k.a. Rick Thayer. And so basically...
Hey, they're
what
saying
happened
there's a
was-
ringing noise, by the way.
There's a ringing
They're
noise.
saying there's a ringing noise.
Let me know if the ringing noise is gone.
Yeah, that's a good question. Because I'm seeing a lot of people saying that there's a
Let's
noise.
see, is that TV on?
I mean, actually, I think I hear it.
Actually, I kind of think
Yeah, I definitely can hear it now.
Yeah, I hear it too.
TV.
Why
There
is
you-
that on?
No, because I was actually playing some Super Turbo.
This guy.
this weekend. So,
The game came out before I was born.
should be all good now.
dude, that's so funny because it's the same situation where some people can't hear it and other people
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
I thought I was going crazy for
Yeah.
a second,
So
and
you
then
didn't
Yeah, I
hear
heard it.
I heard it. Like I heard
I heard it
it.
too.
As soon as I was like, "There's a ringing," I'm like,
Yeah.
"I'm not crazy."
See, some people can't hear it and other people can. This is really weird. Like, that happened the first time we tried to turn the TV on.
Yeah,
I
you're
used
right.
to try to run the attract mode in the background, and everyone was like, please stop it. You're killing my
Gaming
ears."
before the work, huh?
You left the TV on, you just have no electricity. It's just not an issue for you.
Oh, man.
Dude, I just forgot.
Rolling
Like,
in the
I
bend
thought it
with
was
the-
on.
I was about to say I used to get in a lot of trouble leaving any kind of TV
Oh, yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Boom, donezo.
Dude, I
That is
thought it was
100%.
Dude, I'm mad at myself.
You should be.
Bad James.
You're the
Bad
oldest of
James.
us. You're
You're the
supposed to be
worst.
on top
Yeah.
of these things.
Yeah.
Give me
An
a-
event as great as Combo Breaker would never leave the TV on or anything like that.
Give me a yardstick, I will slap my own wrist, just
All right.
Easy peasy.
Probably not necessary.
Yeah.
In any
That's
case-
not this kind of show,
Oh, fair enough.
Maybe
fair
another
enough.
night.
Well, it could be this kind of show.
If we get a high enough,
Depends
if the Patreon's successful enough, you might see that kind of show.
Yeah,
Anyways,
exactly. We might put that as one of the top tiers. In
it
there,
better be
you
the
know.
last one.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I can't look
Anyways.
directly at his eyebrows. That was too much.
Anyway, so Rick took over from UFGT. That was last year. Was the first one, the
Right.
first combo breaker. And it's definitely in the same vein. It's well known for running on time and for it sort of treating players fairly
Right. Which
and
is funny.
equally.
I mean,
and equally.
Right.
after 1 year, like it's built that reputation.
Well, I mean, like I said,
so.
and like you said, they took over from
Yes.
UFGT, and it was like a lot of the same people are involved. Keats isn't, but other than that, like a lot of the same
The
people.
core
involved.
staff is basically the exact same.
Yeah.
It's just
Right.
the difference is who's running it. And I remember, so I went to UFGT 10. It was the last UFGT, or X, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Rick jumped on stage afterward and basically announced Combo Breaker there. And it was like, yeah, it's going to be the same kind of thing. It's just I'm in charge now. And I was like, who is this crazy long-haired hippie?
Yeah.
Like yelling on the stage about like this whole thing that's going on. Like I was like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know about all this.
Yeah.
But Combo Breaker was probably one of the best tournaments I've ever been to.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
And
you two have been to Combo Breaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Neither of us. have
I've
not.
never been there, but the
Yeah.
thing is about Combo Breaker as well as UFGTX and the ones before it and the predecessors. The thing is the people involved with those tournaments, they ran a really well-oiled ship. Like
For
they,
sure.
like it ran so well that it was unquestionable. On top of that, they brought some pretty unique things. So they had the auction tournament.
The auction
Um,
tournament.
auction
Famous for
tournaments.
it.
And that was one of the craziest
Love
things
it.
I've, and I
Love it.
wasn't even there,
Yeah.
but I experienced it like vicariously
Just
with
watching.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Mystery
mystery
game
tournament.
tournament.
Mystery game
Right.
tournament.
Which is the first game to cap like every year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everybody wants
Everybody
to play
wants to
mystery.
play.
Well, it's because the thing is like you don't enter the tournaments that you're not good at the game. Well, the whole point of the mystery tournament is you have no idea what's
Right.
there.
Some people
so-
are good at mystery games.
It's
Oh,
true.
yeah,
there
yeah.
are consistent
Dude,
mystery performers.
that's why-
Josh.
Josh is
Josh
That
is
guy
good.
is a cheater. He's
Always
probably
good.
at home
Well,
right now
isn't-
playing some
Practicing.
board game practicing.
Wasn't the guy who beat Nerd Josh last year from Break the Ice, the
That
Break
was
the
so
Ice
good.
thing? Wasn't he? Didn't he like get second place the year
I
before
think
that?
he might have repeated. Even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
Where is he now?
The
Yeah.
finals for mystery game at UFGT X, the last UFGT, was Don't Break the Ice. I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys have ever played
Yeah,
this
yeah,
at all.
yeah.
So yeah,
Have
Don't
you
Break the
ever
Ice.
played
No,
this?
I'm speaking to,
Oh, okay.
to the people.
Oh,
Clearly, you
okay.
guys. Yeah, Don't Break the Ice is like. When I saw that, I was like, oh my god.
I've
If
never
I would have
played
made it that far, I would have been so in there.
I've
But
never
I was
heard
like,
of it.
There's
I've
no
never
way I
heard
would.
of it. Yeah.
Really?
So that was my first exposure to the game.
Oh.
That game is
Yeah.
sick.
And in defense of everybody that plays in the mystery tournament games, I feel like that tournament is more like it has way more pressure involved than any other tournament
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Prestigious, man.
you can't be prepared for it. If somebody's like, all right, we just got through playing Super Battletoads versus mode. What's next? Break the ice. I would have pulled out a patch of my hair because you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think it's awesome because it tests fundamentals and it tests like, can you find some broken crap and just
Fast.
do it?
Dude,
yeah.
like,
whatever
I do
you
the broken
you gotta
stuff.
find something good quick and just do that
And-
until they lose.
And if your opponent
Uh-huh.
finds some broken stuff
You're
and
in
you
trouble.
lose the first game, you got to pick that character and,
And
use
just
it.
do the
Yeah.
same thing they're
Uh-huh.
doing. Yeah, exactly.
Like, honestly,
You
like
can't risk it.
I'm sad that one I'm not entering it, and two, if Rick's in the chat, like, you can squeeze me in the mystery tournament commentary, dude. Come
Mystery
on.
game tournament
Let's do
commentary.
it.
I
Let's do
think
it,
as
dude. I want to do that.
the final boss.
I've
of
already got
commentary.
that covered.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll be there.
All four.
All
of us.
Well, that's
Four
the
of
whole
us.
point. The point of this show
Yeah.
is the fact that the entire team, we will be at Combo Breaker in full
Mm-hmm.
force, commentating, various games. So please feel free to say hi, stop by,
It's the first Ultra Chan event as a unity.
The mystery tournament that had the Mugen when it had like Dark Donald.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Uh-huh.
that was like one of the best things
Yeah.
I've ever seen
Like
in my
who
life.
was
actually.
Flo who had to like fight the unfortunate thing where like he
He
had to like
got-
shoot all the corners.
He was playing against this silly character.
Yeah,
it was like the
you had
best
to, like,
thing
solve
ever.
it. It was like some boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Genius.
It was
Genius.
and they even so one of the games was Injustice
Uh-huh.
at UFGT 10 and I was like, Injustice? That's weird. But they are like in chairs, like upside the game was like upside down and they were spinning as
Yeah.
they played it and I was like, of course, it's the only time there's a real game that
That
people
sounds
know.
that sounds
and they
like-
did something like that.
It sounds like a crazy like WCG reality show.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they had
Yeah.
people play racing games with their feet.
It was
That's
like
right.
the silliest thing I had ever seen. I was
Yeah.
like, oh god.
Oh, man.
And I think Nerd Josh was like playing that and he was just doing combos without
He'll be fine.
And that dude is a freak of nature when it comes to games.
He
like-
knows everything. Man.
Yeah.
He's absurd.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like we said, this is going to be one of our first events. It's a very high caliber tournament, in my personal opinion.
Yeah,
And this is just
it's
from watching it,
ridiculous.
and I've heard nothing but good things. So I'm really interested to see how it is being there in person. Especially with the team. So I think it's going to be a really good experience.
Yeah, so it's the first tournament. We're all there together. Hence the the pre-show that we're doing here to talk
Right.
about
Yeah.
everything.
And also, each of us knows different games, so we'll be able to talk about more games. We'll finally be able to talk about Tekken and KI and stuff like that historically James and I have not been super into,
Right.
although now
Just not familiar with.
I'm making an entry into KI,
Yes.
beating up some good players.
I've seen your tweets.
Actually,
also,
I have been.
also getting dunked by players who are not so good.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
the, that's the mystery of the
that is
internet.
At least as much.
The hardest part about learning a new game, for sure, is
At
losing to
least as
players
much.
you know are not good.
For
So,
sure.
dude, that's the way it works. The smarter the player is, you expect them to do logical things, and so you can beat it. And then when the person doesn't play logical, it's just like, ugh.
What's happening right now? I don't understand at all.
And this
been
is
there
some of the
many
mystery
Also,
tournament
one of the
strats.
best things about Combo Breaker that's coming back this year is 24-hour venue.
Mm,
The venue is open
right.
24 hours. There are setups
That's
downstairs
right.
24 hours. There's stuff going on. There's like late night streams every night. One of my favorite parts about Combo Breaker last year is it was like 1 in the morning and everybody's like, we want to go play. Like, what hotel room do we go to? And then we're like, duh. So we walked downstairs like 40 strong with some beverages. And we sat down on all the stations because all the stations are still there playing games. And then there was also like a bunch of matches happening on the main stream. So I walked over and talked to like there's like 30 NRS guys just sitting down there.
Well, I remember.
And it was like really great because like I didn't have to find some random hotel room and like be on Twitter like what hotel rooms this at or what's that. You just walk downstairs and
Yeah.
everybody's there.
And I remember too that was like the combining efforts, because I remember Art was in that room and he was streaming Mortal Kombat X
Yes.
on Justin Wong's
Stream.
stream
right.
on
Yes.
Twitch.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember
Yes, right.
that. I was watching a little bit of that. I also watched some of the After Hours KI.
Sweet.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
Sleep was beating the crap out of CD Junior. With
Right,
That was
that
my
was-
first. That was my first exposure to Conra, and I was just like.
And it was Sleep who just like gave him a beat. It was like 7-0 or something.
Sleep
it was like a first to
versus
7.
Maya.
It was like
Yeah,
7-0.
It was Conra versus Maya.
It was ugly. And then the next day, CD Junior won the tournament.
Yeah.
He
It's
didn't
like-
run into Sleep.
Yep, there
That's
you go.
awesome. Well, it's going to be at the Pheasant Run Resort, which is not where it was before. It used to be right next to the airport, next to
Right.
O'Hare, but
Yeah.
now it's a little bit of a distance away. But that's going to be kind of interesting, actually, because it's a big resort. So
Yeah, it's a
there's-
full resort.
It's a resort. So there are like restaurants and bars that are in this resort. So rather than having to like go off the ranch, which is like what typically we do if there's something, or we just go to the crappy hotel bar that sucks.
Yeah.
Spending lots of money for no
Spending
reason.
a bunch of dough. There's going to be different resorts with different price points. I'm sorry, different restaurants with different price points, and different bars, and
Do you know how
That's
far
really
it is?
cool.
Do you know how far it is from Chicago?
I believe it's about 45 minutes.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
there's a shuttle from the hotel to the venue.
Okay, because I've never
The
been
airport
to
to
Chicago
the-
before. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry, from the airport,
to the venue? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I personally have never been to Chicago.
Oh,
before.
well, you're,
Oh,
not, you're
really?
not going to Chicago this time either.
okay.
But you should spend a night there or something at least. Well, you and I are going early, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be doing
I'll
stuff,
be
but
doing
If
Chicago
I could,
things.
If I could.
I've been there plenty of times. It wouldn't be
yeah,
too
Chicago's
much.
cool.
It's a cool city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
cool.
because
I
literally,
like it.
I am red-eyeing between Thursday and Friday.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's tough times for James.
My flight
Yeah.
is at 1:30 a.m. on Thursday night.
Well,
Hopefully you're not commentating
You'll be
anything in the
getting some
afternoon on
Z's.
Friday.
Yeah, you'll get some Z's.
I know you and I are doing something on Friday night.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine. I
okay.
can do that.
It's like pretty late at night.
Okay.
So
Well, regardless.
also there's like a pool party night there. I don't
Pool
know.
times.
There's like a pool there, and there's like a dedicated like Combo Breaker pool party night, as far as I know.
Nice.
I'm down.
That
these-
sounds sick.
so this
I'm
is-
really
this is the
curious to see how that
opposite
goes.
Of what Justin always runs into. He always has morning pools. This is going to be night pools.
Exactly,
Oh my
James.
God.
Oh,
But anyways,
Anyways, you want to run the trailer?
Yeah, no
Do
problem.
it.
Let's do this. Let's see if I have this all
The
set up.
thing.
Yeah. there you go.
Do
the
the thing.
thing.
Do the thing. What's up?
So I was just sitting there staring at the chat,
Uh-huh.
and someone mentioned in the chat that there is an ice cream parlor on the resort.
Wow, that sounds
I am
sick.
gonna have ice cream like every night.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. What I'm most excited for is a little pizza place called Giordano's.
It said it's like, is there one on the resort? Is that what it said?
I don't know, but you can definitely get it delivered, I'm sure.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
The last time I went to Chicago, my parents also go. We have family, yada yada. We were there, and my dad was like, "Hey, there's this place I want to eat at tonight," and I was like, "There's a place I want to eat at tonight," and he was like, "All right, we'll go to your place tonight," and I was like, "It's a nice little pizza place," and so we went to this place, and we pulled up, and it was Giordano's, and he was like, "You gotta be kidding me! This was exactly where I was going."
There you go.
Nice.
It's like the classic pizza place to go to there.
Oh, it's
That's
so
where
good.
I always go.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
get it delivered.
You
we
will like
should.
it.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's
Oh, I have to eat
Yeah,
Chicago pizza. I
right,
have
right,
to eat.
right.
I've
It's the
never
best
had
pizza.
Chicago
So wait,
pizza.
do you
before.
go like super
No,
deep dish or
Giordano's
what?
is a sponsor for the event. Dang.
What, is that true?
What?
I'm gonna eat all the pizzas.
It's a
Yeah.
mile away.
It's a
Dude,
mile
I'm
away.
Here's the
super
thing.
down.
Here's, like you'll order a small, all right, and you'll have it for 2 meals. 'Cause
Yeah.
The first time I went there, I ordered a medium or a large, thinking like, yeah, I polish off medium, large pizzas, no problem. But
It's dense.
they bring you
It's deep
a
dish,
weight.
right?
It's
Yeah,
like a
uh-huh.
huge. I don't
Okay,
know. It's a
okay.
big old
For
substantial
you guys
piece
who
of
have
thing.
never been to Chicago, the deep dish, don't even.
It's like
It's
the
a
best.
meal.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is
it's
a
a
meal.
for sure it's a meal.
I had 2 slices and I was like KO'd for like 6 hours. I literally could not eat for like until like I had to skip lunch
Dude,
basically.
I've heard, because, California, obviously, SoCal here, we have a lot of different cuisines.
Yeah, our
We
pizza
always
sucks.
have- we have, like, great everything except pizza.
Yeah, our pizza's terrible.
Yeah.
But even terrible pizza is still pretty good.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
It's still pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza's
Yeah.
pizza.
Come on,
But I
baked cheese and bread. What are you gonna
I
do?
Yeah, it's like-
definitely
it's
need to
cheating.
get myself some Chicago
It's
pizza.
very good. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's also very good? Is the amount of games that we saw in that trailer. How do you like that?
That was
How
pretty
do you
good.
like that? I'm just trying to steal some of your
Yeah, that was
your
pretty
your,
good.
your
That was
segues.
okay. That
Yeah.
was okay. It
I've
was.
seen better.
Next time you can't gloat about it, or else. 'Cause
Yeah,
once you
it
gloat
kinda
about
defeats
it,
the
it doesn't
purpose.
work anymore.
As soon as you gloated, that's when it was bad. I
Well,
was
no,
like, I
but
was
see-
about it until he did that.
Oh, but
Yeah.
see, I wasn't sure if you would have noticed or not.
You know what I noticed from the trailer is that KOF's playable, and I forgot the brand new KOF is playable there.
Yeah, this is
Like
true.
I didn't even
Wow.
remember that
Yes.
at all.
14.
Yes.
And that won't
Yeah,
be out
that's super-
until like August. So
Yeah.
if you're at all interested in KOF, make sure you come out, try it out.
I can't wait to see it. I've barely seen anything of it.
Oh, don't look at it. It's real ugly. But I heard the gameplay is cool. So I definitely want to check it out. I haven't been able to play it yet anywhere. So like
I
I'm
haven't
actually
either, yeah.
I really want to try it.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, I mean, if what you saw from the trailer there, I mean, there was like 1,700 games
Yeah.
that are going on there. Not just the fighting games too, but as we mentioned already, there's all like the mystery tournament games, and we
Right.
mentioned the auction tournament. So if you guys aren't familiar with did we talk about the auction? Do we even?
We
touched on it.
like briefed over it, but
So what makes the auction tournament cool? This was actually an idea that Mr. Tom Cannon came up with, and Keats was the first person to implement it at UFGT. But the way that this works is that, so let's just use Street Fighter V as an example, right? There's going to be 18 names in a hat for all the characters,
yeah, 18 random characters or
right?
whatever.
And you draw them out, and then you bid on that character.
But you do it sequentially. It's not all at once. So if you bid on a character, you have to do it without knowing which character's following will be. So if you have 2 characters that you play, and like character A comes up, and you're not sure character B will be there,
Right.
you definitely want to bid on character A. But then it could be that the very next one is character B, and then what do you do?
Especially in a game like
Too late.
So like think about it like this: if your game has like 30 to 40 characters and they're
uh-huh.
only doing 18,
Right.
and you play like 2 to 3 characters, like you have to go in on one of them. And not only that, but like they did it, I think last year the MKX one, it's like you get a random variation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't even know what variation.
Wow.
Dude, Marvel.
So
they
you
did
just
that.
bid on one. In Marvel, it's just random teams. Like they'll be like, all right, so this team is Team Swords, and you're like, that could be
sounds
Virgil Dante, and then
Yeah.
like
And
you
Zero,
pick it,
yeah.
and Zero, right? And then you pick it, and it's like 3 crappy sword characters. And you're like,
It's like Taskmaster.
You-
Taskmaster Strider.
Yeah.
you spend like $100 on a terrible
Yeah.
sword team,
Uh-huh.
and you're just like, man, that sucks. And they roll the dice for Marvel. They roll the dice
Yeah.
to see what assists you get.
Yeah.
So that's
So
what
you
they
could just
should
get
do.
a crappy team with crappy assists, and it's like, that's
Yep.
it.
I
You paid for that.
hopefully that
Yeah.
if they do the auction tournament for Street Fighter V, that they put in like they allow repeat characters, because if there's like say 32 people entering it, they should put every character's name in there 3 times, so there is a chance that a character might not get called like at all.
I would think they would do like a 16-man, so that some
Uh-huh.
characters are left out.
So 2
Like
characters,
two characters.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be scary, because then you'd be
It's
like,
such a
I'm
small
waiting
roster.
for Karen, and then Karen never
Never
shows up.
shows
There
up.
is a Killer Instinct auction tournament this year too. It's the first KI auction tournament,
Okay.
and it's on Friday.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to that because the game has enough characters now that if it's a 16-man bracket, you're losing out on some characters.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm so curious to see how that goes.
Yeah,
I
so-
don't even know if there's any special formats or like anything crazy
Yeah.
with it.
I'm
They
sure
kinda
have
do
interesting
that.
stuff cooked up.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to expect, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So the games are going to be Street Fighter V, Tekken 7, Mortal Kombat X, Guilty Gear Xrd, Killer Instinct, Skullgirls, Smash Bros. Melee and Wii U, Ultra Street Fighter 4, Blaze Blue, Persona, Ultimate Marvel 3. We have Under Night in Birth, Dead or Alive 5, Last Round, Vampire Savior, KOF 13, Mystery Tournament, Brawlhalla, King of Fighters 2K2, and Tekken Ball.
Tekken Ball
is gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be ridiculous. I mean, it's gonna be so ridiculous that they were talking about it on another podcast. You know, shout out to Eris.
I
you
saw
know.
that. I listened to that.
Yeah, I did
And-
too.
And Rick Steezy claims that this is not a real event because he is the champion and
He's
he's
not
not
going.
there.
Oh,
Sounds
well,
like his
he
problem.
gave it up. Yeah,
He gave it up. You relinquished your title, sir.
Yeah.
Just because you no-show doesn't mean it doesn't count.
That's right.
Because he won a tournament that was at Super Arcade.
That's
at one
right.
point
That was a
in
very
time, so-
serious tournament.
Yo,
that was
it was.
crazy.
It was sweat dropping from people's brows. It was
Yo,
ridiculous.
BL is a
Yeah,
cheater.
BL was doing some sick stuff
The
though.
adjustments that Rick Steezy had to make.
Oh,
for
he
that
made
comeback.
yeah, Rick
B-
did well.
BL is like this random game from 10, 15 years ago that no one's ever seen. He knows like the Cheater Infinite. Like something like that. He always knows some stuff like that. He was doing like the Ogre fire plus ball, and
Yeah.
like you had to do like running hop kick to get
Yeah.
over the fire
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, uh-huh.
So like Rick stuff figured it out eventually, and he was like,
Right.
"What the hell is this?" And not only that, but when he could like do a floater
Yep.
and send the ball over, and then do fire.
Right. Yeah,
So the
yeah,
ball
yeah,
is floating, and then you
uh-huh.
get hit by the fire, knocked down, and then the ball lands, and it's like point BL. And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta be
pretty
careful.
I
cheap.
started realizing like. Anyway, like seriously, I was watching that video and I was like analyzing the strategies.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
It's
I was
so
like-
cheating.
I was
Very
like, oh,
interesting.
okay, the
It was
fire
really
when
sick.
it hits the ball doesn't actually do damage.
Yeah.
So you can just crouch under it, let the ball touch you, and it won't hurt you. You know, like
It's
that was,
crazy.
Yeah, it's
there's
cool,
all these
man.
cool things. But yeah, obviously lots and lots of games that are going to be taking place
And,
at this
and
event.
this tournament's like the main tournament for like 5 games.
Yeah. This is
This
true.
is like the tournament for a bunch of games.
Right.
Well,
not counting Evo. Right?
Yeah, not
So,
counting
right.
Evo. It's a lot
I don't
on
know,
the
man.
line.
Some of these games like aren't at Evo.
Like Skullgirls, for example, like this is kind of Evo for them. A lot of the best players do show up here, and it's a really big deal for those guys.
Right.
Brawlhalla is here. I don't think that's like anywhere
Free to
else.
enter.
Free to enter.
1K
$1,000
pop bonus.
Yeah, yeah.
What else?
This is the KI
Vampire
tournament,
Saver.
basically.
Yeah, Vampire Saver,
The
yeah.
fact that
It has a
it's-
Sunday top
it has
8.
a Sunday top 8. So if you guys like those old games, it's a really fun game. But the thing is about it, it's kind of a niche game right now. Like it's so old that the people in the Midwest, they have a group on Facebook where they talk about hookups still. I'm in that group, so you know it's ridiculous to me. And this is kind of like you said, it's kind of like the Evo for that game, and it's gonna be hype because they still actively play this game.
Mhm.
I'm excited for some Vampire Savior.
I am too.
super
I am too.
excited.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be cool.
And that's not including the fact that Street Fighter V is a ranking.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's gonna bring out some heavy hitters by
Yeah.
itself.
I know the EG boys are traveling over.
Yeah.
Justin Wong's gonna win the
Yeah,
tournament.
we don't need to get into Justin
That's
Wong
cool.
basically.
He's the best. Well, we're
Dominated
gonna
it.
talk about who's in the
Yeah,
brackets
yeah.
and some players to watch. We'll talk about several of the games for that.
But I mean, before we even get into the
Yeah.
games, like I just kind of want to scroll through here a little bit of the exhibitions and the special events that
Okay.
are taking
Oh, sure.
place over here. So if you look, so here's some exhibitions. So there's gonna be Skullgirls
Oh,
last
yeah.
year. So the history of Skullgirls last year was that they got so many entrants. They were like the fastest rising game in entrants at Combo Breaker last year that they got main stage on Sunday. like one of the late shifts on Sunday.
Right.
And so now this has become, like you said, a really big deal for the Skullgirls group. So they're actually running a 10v10 in which, so basically, I mean, here's the description that they have here. I'll just read it verbatim for you guys. The East Coast is believed to have built up the game's strongest competitors, but what happens when they have to compete against a team of talent from around the world? So this is actually going to be Team East Coast versus Team World.
Holy crap.
So I think that these teams might not be solidified yet. Like I remember seeing a bunch of people tweeting out that there's going to be tryouts or you can challenge for a spot.
Right.
And
Oh,
then,
wow.
So that'll happen like on Friday or something like that you can challenge
So
for spots.
it says it's going to be Friday at 9 p.m. the exhibition.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll talk with Casmer a little bit about Skullgirls.
Okay.
So he'll I'm sure have something to say about this.
Right. I'm curious. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, look at this. We have. Oh, I see. So Team World actually counts as not East Coast in the States
not
as well.
East Coast.
Anybody else?
Yeah. So
As long as you're not from the East Coast.
Wow, they
we
got
SoCal,
Japan,
Illinois.
Brazil. What?
Yeah. There's one Japanese player.
Canada.
Those guys were flown out there, I think, by like some crowdfunding.
Oh,
I'm pretty
awesome.
That
sure
is really
they
cool.
That they got that over there.
That's
so.
cool. Well, we'll talk about that in a bit.
There's going to be a Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator Battle Summit, showcasing the incredible talent of key regions in the United States. Revelator Battle Summit is a 5v5 regional exhibition series. It's a highlight of the event. And
Sounds great. What are the teams?
Dang, man.
The rest of it's like where it is.
so there's going to be Team Chicago, Team Michigan, Team Nebraska, the Stardust Crusaders.
What the-
Why would they do that?
Come on.
That's not even cool, dude.
Is that like a-
I know those guys.
Yeah,
That
I
is-
know.
that's-
What? Where?
the
are they all-
Stardust Crusade. Oh, man.
Where are they from, or is it just like a they?
They're basically Midwest. Stardust
Oh, okay.
Crusaders is all Midwest. I used
So
to play with
it's-
all of these guys.
It's Team Midwest.
Team
Yeah.
Midwest.
All right.
Okay. Team South, Team West, Team East, and then there'll be a last chance qualifier
really?
with miscellaneous.
What is it? Who's that guy on that team? Arcade Shock Tasty Steve's on there, huh? He's on the
Yeah,
5v5.
I'm on the
Team
West Coast
West,
team.
there you
Team
go.
West.
Look at
huh?
this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty serious team.
Look at this. I mean, he's 5th place, but he's on there.
He barely snuck in there. Somebody
Yeah.
else, like 3 other people, dropped out.
He's on there
And
though.
they tacked on Steve.
Some guy, man.
Some guys got to fill in.
I just like to be king.
I
man.
have to ask a question though. I have to ask a serious question to you, Steve. Though.
Oh, he's gonna.
Like,
Well, he's even gonna. He wants your face on this.
is Oso gonna be at this event?
No, he's not.
Ooh, you have a chance.
He's. I mean, he could be. He might be in the last.
That video was so
But that's it.
sick. That was like the best. That was like it rivaled the Tommy Guns call out video. To
Oh,
me. It was like
yeah.
very
Really?
similar.
It was
I thought it was
fantastic.
so
Come on.
good.
I mean, I'm just honored that
He was
somebody
doing
made a
it.
video.
You died at the end of the video. There was a rest in peace Tasty Steve section.
Oh, wait, really?
The arms of an
You haven't-
angel.
have you
Did you
not
not
watched
see
it?
the whole thing?
I see the whole thing. I was
Oh,
doing
you turned it
stuff.
off.
Yeah, you turned it
gotta
off because
watch
you were
it.
getting smoked. It was pretty rough.
He had a dance he was doing.
I saw the dance.
did.
That's like a thing you guys haven't seen. It's like
I know the dance.
You know the okay. Yeah, you know
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dance.
I mean, I'm
I'm just
down.
saying,
I
you had
can't,
dancing.
I
That's
can't wait
hilarious.
to see him again. I can't wait to get to a tournament that he's actually going to be at. Like, hopefully he goes to CEO.
He said on his life he wouldn't lose to him.
And, well, I mean,
That's
because now I'm
amazing.
actually able to play the game again. This is a different ball game. It's a different ball game.
Can we
He
get an
knows
exhibition
it.
somewhere or
Yeah, I
something?
love that.
He knows
Yeah.
that.
We need a Steve versus Oso.
Yo, I would
Exhibition.
run that. I would so run that. Anyways.
Oh, goodness. All right, back to the teams.
What else you got? Ooh,
A
Vampire Savior
character showcase, which is gonna be really cool because they're basically gonna have character specialists playing.
It's
That's
an
sick.
8-player round robin.
Yep.
So you got
Anna Karis,
Yeah.
Felicia,
Yeah, let's go Mighty Morph.
Sasquatch, QB, and Rico. That's not a character specialist. You need to stick with one.
Oh,
character.
man.
There's another Felicia here. Sasquatch, 2 Sasquatches, a
Boo.
Morrigan, and Lord Raptor.
everybody's cool but Sasquatch in that game.
So one person wants to be the cheap guy here, Lord Raptor.
Oh, you don't think Sasquatch is cheap?
Dude, Lord Raptor's I think he's like number 1 or number 2 in this game.
Over
I think
Sasquatch?
I think he's might be number 1 over Sasquatch
Really?
at this point in time.
Sasquatch
Yeah.
is stupid.
I thought Raptor was like third at the I could be wrong.
Because I think he has all those like crazy unblockables and stuff like that you just can't do anything about.
I don't know the game as well as you do, but I'm looking forward to seeing that Anna Karis play.
Dude, I'm not a part
Mighty
of the
Mar is
showcase
super legit.
because I'm garbage at the game at this point. I haven't played in forever, and like all the players who got good at Vampire Savior. Here, let me do this real quick.
VSAV.
All the players who got good at VSAV, like I learned VSAV in the States, and then pretty much like I was amazing at the game in the States. Then everyone figured out how to play the game based on the way the Japanese were playing it. And then it was like, oh, this is a completely different game. And that's when I realized I did not know how to play. It was like one of those situations where you're like, okay, now I really understand how this game plays.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's typically what happens. You
Oh,
know?
Yeah, for sure.
You think you have a complete feel for the game. You're like, man, I know exactly how this works. And then you see some Japanese footage, and you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
What
it changes
was
my
I
life.
doing?
Yeah.
Because
Well-
back then it was not easy to get footage of
Of course,
Japanese
yeah,
players,
sure,
right?
of course.
So it was really tough.
Different
A lot of
times.
techniques, a lot of elastic techniques came from like VSAV though, like just Darkstalkers in general, like the triple button, the release unreleased thing with the
Oh, with push block, you mean?
Yeah.
A lot of high tech stuff in that game.
All right, there's
See
also an
here?
Ultimate Marvel
Look at this. It's
Midwest
Virgil.
Showcase.
It's Virgil. That's right, Midwest Showcase. So there's gonna be a Marvel Lives Round Robin.
Interesting.
Sick.
Looks
All
like
right.
it's just all the Midwest players.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's Dual Kevin, Eli the Curry, Leon Ultimate, Joey D, I'm a Aries baby, and oh my God, it's Andre.
All right, cool, man. That's gonna be fun. And then you got a few more.
Yep, we're gonna
Special
have
events.
Skullgirls Saturday Night Salt. So I guess they're just having an exhibition.
Probably just a bunch of money matches and
Yeah.
exhibitions, that kind of stuff.
Yes, and then Shin Tristan is doing a Salty Suite.
Yep. There is also the beard match for KI.
Ooh,
that's right.
So
yeah.
there's a match between T.O.,
Rick Thayer.
Rick Thayer, aka the Hado, and Brandon Alexander, the guy who puts on KI Cup. And the loser, it's a first to 7, and the loser shaves their beard on stage. And they both have these huge beards.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
both of them have, like, pretty momentous beards. Like, this is months and months and months of work.
Yeah.
And whoever loses, the beard is done right there.
Right.
wow.
I gotta tell you, from Rick's perspective, I've seen him shave, and then the next week I see him again, and that dude has a beard again.
So that's not
I
fair.
think
He
that-
stays in
that's no
Minnesota.
big deal.
That's
Well,
not fair.
See, I've never seen Brandon without
It's
a beard.
pretty quick. But I feel...
Okay, well,
Yeah,
if it's
but
pretty
Ryu
quick
Ryu said
for
you
him
were
too.
on
But I'll say this, though. I think both of them look much better with the beard.
Oh, I see. You don't like their facial structure.
That facial
Their
structure.
their
You think they
their
need
chins
some-
are not as defined as they could. Like I think both of them are fine without beards, but much better.
Look, I
With
think
beards.
I'm a pretty defined chin, right? So.
Ugh. All I'll say is that there was like a picture posted of Rick from like 10 years ago or something.
Oh, I saw that.
He looked like an extra for Nickelback or something,
He
right?
did.
Oh,
With the
I
hair,
can see that.
the hair, it was like this. You know,
I saw
covering
that
the
photo
face.
and I was like, I legit shed a tear. I was like, man,
Rick,
I don't know who this guy is in this photo, but he's dead.
It was
So
brutal.
it's-
Yeah, that guy doesn't exist anymore, thankfully. Because if
Man.
if this was his event, I wouldn't go. I'll just say that much. Like, it was brutal, man. That was a great picture. See you soon, Rick.
Man, I'm glad there aren't that many pictures of me left with the big old mutton chops that I had from the age of 14 to like 22.
The Tatarians?
These were the grams, alright?
These
They
were the grams.
They were the big old L's right across the face
to
here.
the edge of the
To
lip.
the tip. And then I
Oh.
had it, and then I had this guy all grown out.
But you also had the
It was-
long hair too.
Yeah, I
right?
had
Yeah.
long hair. I had a mullet for a while. It was looking not a great
Dude,
time
it's the
in my hair's life.
You put a picture of it on the DHC commentary, like,
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually,
yeah, you have a.
that's you, actually?
Well, that's me.
That's actually him.
I
Yeah.
thought that was like a random...
No, that
No,
that
that's-
was me in
What?
junior year of college.
Wow.
That picture is like...
Look,
oh, man.
To be fair, I had
I thought that was like a random... Like, you typed
So
in,
I
like,
had-
stupid-looking white guy.
I had shoulder length hair,
I thought you typed
and
this
I was gonna
stupid
go
looking white guy.
I was gonna go to spring break in Mexico. So I wanted to look all cool, whatever, spring break. So I wanted to get short hair. And I figured, look, I'm going to go from long hair to short hair. This is the one time I have a chance to get a mullet in between. So I had a mullet for 3 days, okay, in between. But that was enough time for me to go to a sorority dance and try to dance with girls. And I'll never forget trying to dance with a girl and seeing her friends. So, she's like facing me and she's like keeping a straight face, but I can see her friend on the side and I see her friends like just like a ghastly expression. And then I never saw them again.
I can't believe that's really you. I
That
did
was
not
me.
think that was you.
Because you know,
I always wondered what the picture was
Well,
about.
you know what makes it so amazing is the picture of the old Asian dude that he got
Oh my
is
god.
so good because it looks surprisingly like me.
Oh,
Like
Can't
I-
tell the
God.
difference, yeah.
So like here he goes. So like
That
There
is
you
a
go.
real picture of
That's me.
you. I didn't think that was you.
That's
it's
me.
actually
I thought that was Photoshop for the longest time.
Now that shirt was not mine. I had to borrow it from my buddies.
Oh.
But the whole rest of that thing is pure
That's all
Ultra
you?
David right there.
Oh
Yep.
god. I'm glad I'm not sitting next to that guy.
By the way, fantastic slide. Just in general.
Yes,
Good work,
yes,
whoever made that
yes.
one.
I agree. That's one of the ones that
Brutal.
will never be changed.
Yeah.
Like no matter how much,
Yeah.
how fancy
Somebody
we get.
said Joe
now-
Dirt.
You know what's funny about the Joe Dirt thing is that I'm from the city next door to where Joe Dirt is from in the movie. All right, his parents are from Simi Valley, and I'm from the city right next to that.
Oh my god.
So it fits.
Thank you for
Ultra.
the Via teeth.
Now I
That's
have
exactly
that.
how I feel.
Maybe I should button this back up again, just sort of
Just so you want, I feel like that's your second form.
establish this.
Like Ultra David passes out and then he wakes up as like old Joe Dirt David. He's
Oh
like,
god.
ugh.
I hope not.
So yeah, there's also going to be a Tekken 7 Fated Retribution showcase.
Sick.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tekken 7 will be playable there. Is this one of the qualifier events?
Yes, this is on the Tekken Tour actually. So the Tekken Tour as well as one of the qualifying spots. Now what's crazy is
You talking about Anakin?
Oh,
this is the
dude,
thing.
this is
What a
ridiculous.
psycho.
so
What that
what
guy-
happens is, I mean, you got to show some faith, right? You got to show faith
I
in
like
these
it.
things.
I
So
like
what ends up happening, right, for the Tekken Tour, anybody who wins one of these Tekken Tours, they qualify for a spot in the Iron Fist tournament. Now, once you win one, you're solidified. You're good. You're in.
This is
However-
a $20,000 tournament for the record at the end of the year. $20,000 on the line for this.
However, whoever won one of these tournaments, they can relinquish their spot and re-enter, but they give up their spot and they have to play to win a tournament all over again. So if anybody thinks that they have the gall to do something like that, it's only been, 4 winners so far?
Right.
Geesemaster, Mr. Naps,
The guy who beat Rip the other week.
what was his name? It wasn't Zero the Shadow.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Oh, Zero the Shadow.
Right.
And I can't remember the last one.
Anakin.
And Anakin. And if one of those guys show up, they could potentially give up their spot, re-enter, only to win again.
And Anakin gave up his spot and is entering Combo Breaker. You didn't hear about this?
I didn't hear about
Oh, I
that.
thought that's why we were talking about
Yeah,
this.
no, he just,
So
that just happened.
Anakin forfeited his spot
Mhm.
and is now entering Combo Breaker, which is like a 240 man.
It's the largest Tekken
Stacked.
turnout for a tournament in the longest time. Like,
Right.
it broke like some crazy number for a Tekken tournament.
So Anakin gets sponsored and is immediately like, I don't care about this $20,000 tournament. Instead, I'm gonna sacrifice my spot and enter Combo Breaker,
Well, you have to remember. Oh, yeah, and Brawl Pro. That's who it was. It was
Right.
Brawl Pro who ran the St.
which
Louis.
is crazy to me. The fact that he did that, but I mean, I guess so. Like he has like 10 more events or something besides
Yeah.
this to do it.
But
So
that's
if he's
still
gonna travel,
no,
then-
no. You have to remember what makes it so crazy is the fact that the Midwest is like, it's like the underbelly of Tekken. It's like those guys will never stop playing Tekken. I know some players personally that are going from St. Louis, but there's going to be a lot of high level competition. So the fact that he's cashing it in right now so early is kind of smart and it's kind of bad because if you can win it early, that means you can get ahead of the competition because this is Tekken 7 and these people are just now playing it. But the longer you wait, the easier it is for them to come back.
Yeah.
And so he can win this tournament and thereby win the money from this tournament.
right.
Right. And then he'd
So-
be back into
And then
And
he'd
then
be
he's
back
back
in.
into it. So
Right.
like there's definitely a payoff
He's
if
rolling
it
the
goes
dice.
well, but yeah, it's gonna be tough to make
That
it go
is some confidence, and also another thing. Remember, he just got
He
sponsored.
just got that sponsor. Maybe it's a show of good faith. They're like, hey, maybe you need to show us why we signed you. He's like,
Ooh.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to give up my spot that I already won without your sponsorship,
Yeah.
and I'm going to win it again
And-
at one of the largest Tekken tournaments in the country to date.
And his sponsor or his spot will now go to like a last chance qualifier that they're gonna announce later on for the event. So now there's an additional last chance qualifier for a spot since he gave it up. And other people have the option to do that as well if they
Yeah,
like.
they can. If anybody else who actually won are already qualified, they do have the opportunity to do the same thing at another event or even at this event. So if Geesemaster decides to show up or Zero the Shadow or Brawl Pro decides to show up, they say, hey, I want to forfeit my turn too just to try to win that money and re-qualify. the same thing can be done.
I want to see everybody go to the second last tournament and all give up their spots. And just-
Dude,
Jeez.
wow.
That would just cause a lot of havoc.
That would. Like, people would be getting beat up in the bathroom. Anakin, where are you? Not making it to his match.
Namco's like, I bought your playing tickets already.
Like 7 of the 10 are just like, I don't care about
Yeah.
this. Let's get this money. It's like, oh god.
If that happens though, I don't know. That's a whole bunch of logistical issues.
Well, then they just run a bunch of last chance qualifiers.
I guess
to
that's
get
what
in.
they do. Yeah.
That's what has to happen.
But anyways,
Anyway.
Tekken is going to be ridiculous. And like I said, Tekken 7 Faded Retribution is not out. So it having a combo
Right.
showcase is actually really good because that means you get to play with Akuma as well as Nina,
Right.
which are new additions to the Tekken 7
Dude,
cast.
Akuma is so fun.
Oh my god.
I'm really
Akuma.
Have you
Cool.
actually?
Trying.
Oh, because
I-
you played him at the Wizarding
Dude,
World,
he
right?
plays like
I-
Street Fighter 4 Akuma.
I heard,
I played him
yeah.
at Northwest Majors. Me and Rick were playing Akuma Mirrors, and it was like the sickest.
I
thing
heard he
ever.
actually like feels like a
He's a
Street
He's
Fighter.
Street
super-
Fight-
I did like
It's
sidestep,
crazy.
low forward tatsu, uppercut, and I was like, oh my god, that was like the coolest thing. All of the weird.
Interesting.
The weird part is like low forward is 3, which is short. If
Oh
you're
yeah,
playing
yeah,
Street
yeah,
Fighter,
yeah.
and sweep is 4, which is low
Makes
medium,
sense.
a low medium kick. So I was like, oh, I'm a low medium kick tatsu, and I went and I did sweep, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that
it
makes
throws
sense.
you off.
You obviously didn't play enough CVS 1.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
you go.
yeah.
But
Clearly,
yeah,
I did not.
Akuma in that game is really cool.
Yeah.
Like, he's legitimately cool. Even like, there's footage of Tokido and Punko
I've
actually
seen it.
playing,
That's
and
fun.
they're both really good. It's crazy. If you're there, please check out Tekken 7 Fate Retribution, especially if you play Tekken. Even more so if you play Street Fighter.
Dude, when you do low forward tatsu, uppercut, FADC, forward roundhouse, which is forward 4-3, it's like, what just happened?
It kind of like
Yeah, it's
it
like
bound
this-
you.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
then you
God.
get the down forward 2-4 string after. It's like the craziest thing. I was like, that
I'm
combo.
looking forward to it.
That
dude.
combo does like 50%, and it feels so sick.
Dude, he's basically like Street Fighter 4 Akuma. You can
That's
do that exact
crazy.
combo. You do the bound, and then you do demon flip. And it's a
You get a-
guessing
yeah,
game.
you get a wall
so you
mix
can
up.
do like
He has
low
Vortex?
or throw. Yeah, dude. 'Cause
Also, if
you
you-
can tech in Tekken. So it's
Yeah,
like
right.
even if they fall back, unless they get a special splat, they can stand back up. And if they do that in certain frames, you are counted as standing. So you could be like, I'm gonna tech, throw. You know, or you could just stand there,
Sick.
fireball. If it's
That's cool. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
realize he had
Yeah,
that.
and not only that, but like Justin was doing. So I was watching the stream today, and he was doing like low forward on people's wake ups when they're like not rising and into fireball, and then they like back teched, and then the fireball is like meaty. And then if you ever do a wall combo with Akuma, you just do uppercuts guaranteed.
it's really good.
So you can do that full combo, like hit them to the wall with down forward 2-4, and then just do uppercut off the wall,
And the
and then
thing
get a mix
is,
up after.
a lot of people don't understand, right? So even if you've never played Tekken and you're new to Tekken, you see Akuma, the fact that he fits so well. I've talked to like Tekken enthusiasts
right,
about
yeah,
this,
yeah.
and he fits so well. He's a new mechanic. There were guys legitimately saying, "I don't know how much I'm gonna like Tekken 7 Fate Retribution. I don't know if I'm gonna like it." And I said, "Look at this video," and they're like, That's like breaking the game. Like, it's not breaking the
It's so
game,
cool.
but it gives you it's like a new lease on the system itself
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's not many characters in the series that has a raw sweep that you can just knock down and like deal with it. There is none. So Okuma is a new character to Tekken, and it's so crazy. They even fit him in storyline wise, which is
Right,
even
yeah.
more
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
So yeah,
Fighting game stories are crazy.
dude, that is sick.
That's cool though.
So like the fact that they made that happen.
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I know.
Do you
and
know
like-
the story?
for the Akuma, yeah.
Yeah, that's godlike.
Yeah,
that is
that's
so
super
sick.
sick.
What about the other story where, you know, that one guy was the leader of his own gang and then Bison like took him out and then he was like, I'm happy to be number 2.
It sounds like a bunch of thuggery, man. I'm not interested in any of that
Thuggery, you
thuggery.
say, huh?
Yeah, the principality of the thuggery going on over there sounds
Mm.
way beyond my pay grade.
Sounds
Anyway,
like a conversation for tomorrow night.
when we're not here.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. Anyway,
I just love the
Anything
fact
else?
that Street Fighter 4 is like the prototype because even when Ryu made it into Smash, he got a focus attack.
Yeah.
That is sick. Dude, Ryu and Smash is like the most
that
grown
character's
man.
legit.
Zero
He is
just-
super legit.
Zero just said he's the most underrated character right now. I think it's just because he's too hard to use.
That character hits, like, when he hits you in Smash, it's like,
Yeah.
oh.
It
Dude,
hurts.
the very
like
first-
even the smaller character, you're like, oh man, it takes off a lot. Like you
Dude,
get hit,
he
and
just-
it's like,
When he says Shoryuken in that game, like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
could
that,
feel
it actually might be like the best
The
Shoryuken.
first time I did standing strong into uppercut and killed Pikachu off the top of the screen, like I giggled like a schoolgirl. Like I was laughing so hard because it was just it's Pikachu, and I just
Yeah.
You just punched him right in the mouth, right? It feels sick.
And then that dude, it felt
Did
so
you do
good.
a true Shoryu?
I did a true show to you.
Fantastic.
Exactly. So,
That's the
any
best
case,
feeling.
any case.
Well, you want to take a break and then we can come back and get into all the players and stuff to watch in different games?
Let me take
Anything
a
else
look
to talk about
here.
beforehand?
Do you want to talk about some of the side things, or do you want to just go straight into pools? Let's do the pools, and then we'll talk about some of the other
Pools.
stuff.
We'll come back and we'll talk about players to watch in just a bit.
All right, be right back.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're talking all about Combo Breaker, and we're going to talk now about pools and players to watch in some of the different games. And we're going to start off with Street Fighter V.
That's right. So this was the game that originally last year at Combo Breaker they got like what 200 entrants in there.
Something like that.
So they're
yeah.
like, you know what? Just because they want to make sure they run on time, let's cap it at 512.
Yeah, he
which
planned for slightly over double.
Right. And that got exceeded. So they basically got capped at 512, and then there was a wait list, and a whole bunch of people got on there. So he was like, fine, I'm going to open this up. Now it's 640 people that are going to be playing in this event. So we have 640 people playing Street Fighter V.
It's a ton of people.
Yeah,
For
there's a lot
reference,
of
it's
people.
more than NCR had.
Yeah.
Which was a premier event.
Well, the thing is that, like we said, that I know he planned for all of this. So the fact of the matter is that he actually he went based off of the other tournament entrants and said,
Right.
we're probably going to get around this much. So we're going to give it this many to top out. But it turns out there was a lot of people who still didn't register, as well as a lot more people who registered. So, like you said, he expanded it.
And he's like, yeah, if the premier event NCR has like 400 entrants, then no way ranking event Combo Breaker will get like 512, right? Of course it does.
It did. It got a lot.
Yeah.
So we just thought we'd highlight some of the players to watch in the pools, and probably in C1 there, the biggest one I would say is Justin Wong. Justin Wong has been basically dominating in North American Street Fighter.
He has the most points out of anybody on CPT. He is number one. He has more points in Infiltration and has won 4 ranking events already. 3 in the US and then 1 in Brazil.
He's looking good. So he's the biggest one in that one for sure.
I also have KIT Lil Majin in
Yeah,
there.
Lil Majin's in there. Yeah, there you go. All right. So who do you got in the second one here? You got.
Do you have it on your screen, or do you want?
Yeah, actually, I do have it on my screen.
Okay.
I'm not sure how seriously Karahime or Eli the Curry are playing this game, but they're certainly very talented players.
Donka's in there.
Donka is in there. Yeah. Expect good stuff out of his Vega.
He's very good. He got 9th at Texas Showdown. He lost to Julio and PR Rod. So first and second at that tournament.
part
pretty
of
good
the
list.
part of the Daily Dot crew.
Yeah.
Oh, also EBGBs is on there.
EBGBs.
Yeah.
That's the best.
It is.
Pretty good.
How the heck
It's not
did you,
EBGBs.
How did you
It's
like?
the
Is that
EBGBs.
a sponsor team, or is that he just named himself EBGBs?
I'm pretty sure he's just EBGBs.
Okay.
All right.
I've seen his name around before.
Okay.
You got Octopus on Fire, who had a really strong Blanca in the last game. I haven't seen him play this one, but it's
Interesting.
cool.
Elvin Shadow's in here, so he's playing Street Fighter V. Of course, he's
I think most
one of
people
the
are.
best Guilty Gear
A lot of people
players.
Yeah.
Right.
He's one of the best. He's been winning a lot of the Exerd tournaments and placing very high in the Exerd tournaments.
Well, I mean, Flux has been doing well in Marvel 3, and he's got a good. I think he's playing Cammy in this game.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
And he was wasn't he just at Toryukin as well?
He was
He
a
was at the-
Toryukin
and he
did
and
pretty
also
well.
Northwest
Yeah,
Majors.
he did pretty well.
I think the biggest heavy hitter is probably
LPN, I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah, definitely.
I still
And
think it's funny that Justin though ends up with like early morning pools.
Yeah.
always.
first seed, dude.
So in C4, this
G-
is an explosive pool here.
GLB has done well in the past. Yep, I'm doing the dance for you in my head right now.
Thank you.
Lucky D is a big one in this one.
Oh, yeah, Lucky D.
So Lucky D is expect a lot of good stuff out of his Dawson. The dude in the hot dog suit's gonna be in that one as well. It's RM John Nitty.
Yep.
And in D1, some players who are good in other games, aka Anakin. We'll see what they do in Street Fighter V. Big Marcus has done super well in Street Fighter at UFGT and Combo Breaker in the past. As far as Coach Steve is in there.
Oh, is he?
Coach,
I didn't see him.
yeah, Coach Steve is in there. So that's going to be a big one too.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then in D2, you got, let's see, Speedbreaker, Del Buster is a good player.
Oh yeah, Del Buster is in there. You're right.
Del Buster's there.
Ricky
Ortiz is probably the big one to highlight.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's gonna be the favorite out of this entire pool, like
Super
this set
strong.
of pools in the D pools for sure.
That seems pretty likely, yeah. Fubar Duck is in pool D3, very strong Mika player, had a great showing at
DreamHack.
DreamHack is what it was.
Yeah, very, very technical player. Does a lot of really advanced, like, he does the option select, the throw tech option select that nobody in America does for some reason.
It's always been like that. When he was playing Third Strike, he was doing the same thing, always
Yeah.
had the tech.
Super
Yeah,
technical
I mean,
player.
A lot of people were like, after this last weekend, they're like, well, this shows you what Mika can do, and Fudo did really well at Stunfest. But to be honest with you, I felt like Fubar Duck kind of was showing that a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
at
Yeah, he's a
DreamHack
real
He's
strong
strong.
Mika.
well.
He's
Yeah.
strong.
Very good.
Interested to see how Glass Sword does in this game, and then
Stupendous.
Stupendous.
This is his first out-of-state non-Evo
Oh,
tournament.
really?
This is his
Really?
first time traveling.
Okay, that's gonna be rough for him.
That's gonna be rough.
People don't know, but when you travel out of your comfort zone and you go play in a tournament, you get bodied unless you're something special.
Right. I mean, Stupendous is very good.
He's very good.
He's
very
really good.
I,
And the
I
thing
hope,
is,
I hope that him and Fubar Duck make it far in the pool and play each other. I'd be very curious to see that.
That'd be cool.
That would be a
I
sick
just
match.
think it's going to be crazy because since Stupendous plays at such a pace, he gives himself a lot more room to learn. I hope I'm
Yeah,
not giving him.
that's true.
He plays at
Yeah.
such a pace that he's able to pick up on what's happening in that match. So
That's a
that's
good point.
that's why I want to see how how well he does in his first out of state tournament.
And not only that, he's also going to CEO this year and Evo too. So
Nice.
it'll be
Good
cool to see
stuff.
him travel. Yeah, and I think
Stuff.
Canada Cup he's going to or something like that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
D4. is
D4
nice.
has K-Brad,
Yep.
who has been doing really, really well lately. Let's see. In D5, you have Sonic Fox, who
Oh, the
made
fang,
top
the
8
thong.
after playing Street Fighter for 40 days.
Has been beating up everybody in sets.
Yo, I've seen his Fang, and it is like nobody else.
He's just dunking
Nobody
everybody.
else
Like
is
really
playing
good
like that.
players.
I saw a set when he played he played Knuckle Dude.
Yeah, I saw that
That
too.
was a sick set.
Wow.
He won 10-2.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wait, you won what?
He won
Yeah.
10
He
to
won
2.
a 10-2 in a first to 10 against
Against
Knuckle
Knuckle
Dude.
Dude.
Nash or
Nash.
Nash.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
It was a
okay.
blow up, James.
Okay.
And there's no, it wasn't like his day 2 Guile or something. It was like, yeah, he just dumped him.
I mean, like right now, between Sonic Fox and Cien, who's obviously the other premier Fang.
So this is how somebody put it on Twitter. I think Sonic Fox is the best Fang, but maybe Cien is the best Street Fighter player playing Fang.
Yeah.
But and this is for like
I don't
this.
know though.
The way I see it is like this. You can be the better Street Fighter player. That's granted. Does that mean you're going to win? No, it does not. Because for me, if you're coming from another game looking at Street Fighter, you're looking at it from a like outside the
Yeah,
box.
fresh view.
You get to see those things that other people
Yeah.
might not take advantage of. And I mean, look at how successful he's done so far in any game that
Any
he's
game.
played.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shen's results though in this game are,
Right.
are good though.
Very
I mean,
strong.
I've
Very,
made,
very
I've
good
made
so
this
far.
comparison as well between, like, I honestly think K-Brad is a better Cammy player, but I think Kazunoko is a better Street Fighter player.
Well,
So, you know what I mean?
I think
So it's
Zhao
kinda
Hai's
silly.
Cammy is.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah,
guy's
Zhao
level-
Hai's
yeah, Zhao Hai's
yeah,
Cammy.
he's gotten it. And
His
you know
reaction
what?
time is crazy.
You have to
man.
give Dako a lot of credit because I watched a set of those two playing against each other, and literally Dako beat the crap out of him. Like, 7 games in a row, and you can just see Xiaohai's face like,
That's Ryu,
this
right?
is not working. Yeah,
Ryu Cammy.
and then Xiaohai finally won like the last 3 games, and it was like, okay, I think I'm getting this now.
Okay.
So
yeah.
once
I
again,
think-
Dako he's another one of those perfect training partner players.
Sure.
You know?
yeah.
I feel like when it comes to players like K-Brad, players like Smug, even players like Knuckle Dude, the fact that I feel like they come up in the Street Fighter 4 era, no offense to anybody if they didn't, but they're used to grinding out and learning the game the hard way. Like, they're not one of those like supernaturally gifted players that are just going to pick up the game and be like, oh, I know exactly what to do. And even it's like Sonic Fox in some cases, he's naturally talented, but he puts in that work. So I feel like players like K-Brad, even if they're not doing like super well right now, their marginal increase is ridiculous. Just like, Shen and K-Brad and Nickel Do and all those guys. It's gonna go. I think it's gonna go up at a pace that it's gonna be very
Alright.
noticeable.
We'll see how
Also,
Sonic Fox
in that
does.
pool is Ramasama,
Mm-hmm.
who I think is like a super sleeper pick. People don't talk about him very often, but man, he's very good.
Dude, in Street Fighter 4, he was making top 8s with Rufus all day.
Yeah.
And
right?
time, and
yeah.
DiCaprio
DiCaprio
towards
at the
the
end.
Right. Mhm.
Dude made top 8 at Evo and Marvel. He's a really talented player.
Yeah, so I think that there's a chance there we could see Ramasama,
All right, in E1, let's see, we have Paul B.
who's not
Oh,
going.
wow.
Oh, he's not
He's
going.
not
I was
going.
right.
Not going. No, as far as I mean, he said he's not going. I don't know if he's doing some like I won't be there, and then like he just shows up the day of or something.
Ah,
okay, all right.
Yeah, he said he's not going. So
Well, OMG, it's Andre's going to be there, and he plays Mika, and I'll tell you, that guy I think has a high ceiling in this game.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
He has
I've
some
seen a
crazy
lot
setups.
of his videos.
Look,
yeah.
for a player in a game where you need to hit your combos 100%, or like you're not really going to win, he is used to beating a player by getting 6 hits, not 3. Right?
Right.
So if you have to have strong neutral to do that. Like that's how you get those hits. So good mix-ups. That's how you get
And-
those hits. And this game doesn't really have the execution
He's
issues.
just-
It's not a big
He
deal.
just turned dropping combos into a strength, dude.
I'm serious. No,
I don't
I've
think-
always thought that.
I don't think
I've
it's
always
like
thought that.
I don't think it's the fact that he drops combos. I
No.
just think that when he played Marvel, like the
He
barrier
dropped-
for
he
error,
dropped
the
combos.
barrier for error on Marvel combos is exponentially high.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
you can drop a combo
Uh-huh.
and lose in Marvel.
Yeah.
In Street Fighter 5, it's kind of like a double-edged sword because
Doesn't really matter.
yeah, like
combos are almost undroppable.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just play a neutral game, and I think he's really.
He's
good
saying,
at that.
yeah, comparatively, he lands more hits in neutral because he has to.
Yeah, I
Because he
know.
always
I
drops
know.
his combos.
I just think it's funny how
So,
like,
yeah.
oh my god, it's Andre is just gonna like come by and like
Spin
send
it.
you a check. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
right.
gonna be
You're
like-
right. Let's see. E2. You have who do we got in here?
I don't know if that Noel is Noel.
No, that Noel is from Georgia, but Ray
Oh
Ray.
yeah, Ray Ray.
From
there you
Arizona.
Ray Ray's gonna be there.
go. No, from New York. It's the other
Oh,
one.
he is from-
It's
oh,
the
you're
other
right.
way.
From
It's
New
the
York,
other way.
from
Oh,
New
that's
It's the other way.
so. Okay, that makes sense.
Let's see. E3 has Knuckle Dew, big one to watch.
See, this is why you put column. You know, you
Right.
make
Hey,
three
look,
columns.
Brandon's in that.
Brandon
pool.
Alexander's
And
going to be
Tubaware.
there. Twitch.tv/TuboWare is
Right.
What
going
a
to be
big
there.
jerk.
What
What a
Nobody-
jerk.
Don't ever go to that place.
Yeah. Let's see. E4 has.
No. God's name just happened in the background over here.
All right. Well, James will figure that out. And
That was weird.
in the meantime, Rico Suave is in E4.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he does.
Frosty Bunny's in E5. I'm not sure how well he's doing in this. Same with Chakotay and Heroic Legacy.
Oh,
Yeah, Ro-
Cyanide's in E5 too.
Oh, is he?
Oh, did I
Oh,
miss him?
sick.
Yeah, Cyanide's in
Cyanide.
there.
No, you're right. Yeah, UA Cyanide, who got, was it third at DreamHack.
DreamHack.
Gotta watch out also.
Oh,
for
and Shinblade as well.
Shinblade, and of course the legend Hologram Gutex
Hologram.
The
Goose.
best name ever. dude.
One of the best.
from California. So
That's right. F1 has, let's see, we got some players who play other games. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, I know
Add-on.
Karasa.
Yeah, Karasa,
He used to
Duckator,
play.
Nasser from California is in there.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
watch for him.
Oh, Jim
UA
Marvelous. Jim Marvelous is actually a old Guilty player.
Bass is in there. He
Yeah,
plays Vega.
Bass is in there. Yeah, that's right.
UA base. Okay.
In F2, let's see, there's Ailerus from Ohio. Xian Chang from Texas is going to
Oh,
be in that
sick,
one.
man.
Oh, wow.
He beat
That's a
PR
good
Rog
one.
at Texas Showdown, made top 8. He's really good.
He is so good. He's been good in everything forever.
Yeah. He just
never-
doesn't play a lot, which is why he's never at that.
He doesn't travel.
He doesn't travel, is what it is. He plays a lot online.
Oh,
he
yeah,
plays
yeah,
a ton.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
grinds
right.
out, yeah.
Yeah.
Geef Kid's going to be in F3 from Missouri. Sherry Jennings is going to be in there as well. And you have, let's
Noel.
see, Noel B. Hungry is going to be in there. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Down here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Arcade, yeah.
F4 is going to have F3 Alucard. It's going to have...
F4 is an F. F3
Yeah,
is
oh,
an
man,
That was
F4.
very close.
Yeah.
I Peru from Utah is going to be in
Oh,
there.
wow.
Do you know
gonna be
who
one.
he uses?
MNO is going to be there. Good Dawson player.
Do you know who
This is a sick
iPeru
pool.
uses?
He was playing Laura for a bit.
He was
Yeah.
playing
Okay.
Rashid too.
Rashid.
I don't know who he's going to end up
I
with
told
on
him he
this
should
one.
play Ken.
Yeah,
It's kinda like
who
that.
shouldn't?
Who
play
I was
that?
about to say.
Right.
Yeah, no, I was about to say everybody should play
I was like,
Ken at
dude,
this
just
point.
play Ken.
Okay. In pool F5.
Oh, the cool kid is going to be in there, and then also
Manny.
Manny,
Yeah,
aka
CD
CD Junior.
Looks like he
AKA
got in
Cross
after
Up
all.
Ken Tatsu.
Yeah,
That's right.
cross it.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah, he was one of the guys who got in from the waiting list when he
Yeah.
expanded it to 640. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then in G1 you have DB Joseph, really strong player on SF4. Excited to see him in this game.
Guilty.
Yeah, Guilty's been doing really well so far. She's done the best that she's ever done in events. I think she got like 9th or something at one of the, maybe it was West Coast Warzone.
Yeah.
Wizarding
Or-
World, she got like third, right? At one of the Wizarding Worlds.
Yeah, the St. Louis one.
The
Oh, Wizard World.
Oh,
okay.
Wizard World you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what he meant when
I
he
wasn't
said
sure what
Wizarding.
Wizarding World was.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
oh, James,
Sorry.
who's calling?
It's family.
All right. G2, 801 Strider.
Ooh,
there he
yes. Hey, look at this. Ace King Offsuit, the man who produces all the quality schedule graphics for all of us.
Tampa Bison is going to be in there. Very strong
Sick.
player. Zansam's going to be in there. He's been strong
Oh.
in past in games.
And Yu Young, he's like a legend in Third Strike. Nebraska player. Yeah, yeah. He played.
Okay.
He's a really, really, really good Third Strike player at NEC. I think he got top. I think he got top 5. I could be wrong.
Yeah?
I think so. I could be wrong, but Trust me, he's a Third Strike guy.
I know
He's
that
legendary.
scene. That scene was super strong. Nebraska
Yeah,
Third Strike
exactly.
was super legit. Okay, well, G3 has Boken from Minnesota.
Oh, sick.
Good player. Hollywood Sleep is in there.
Uh-oh.
I know he's been playing a game with Alucard.
Yeah, he's up in New York with him.
He is. Rom from California is in there too. Really
Ooh,
strong
nice.
Vega player.
Yeah, his that play is real clean.
Yeah. Then in G4, who do we have here? J Money.
Nerd Josh is in there.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, Angry Black as well. Okay.
All right. G5 has CEO Bailey. Pretty good actually.
Chosen Ninja. He's a Guilty Gear player. He was branching out, I see.
Filipino champ.
Filipino Champ's in there. Scar from Texas is in
Oh,
there.
wow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Shakib,
Oh, Shakib
another.
is in there?
Oh,
Yeah, I know him,
Yeah, he
yeah.
just graduated. Congratulations, man.
Really strong Third Strike player. Been good for a long time. That's going to be cool to see.
That's a crazy pool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
H1's got
H1 has,
footwork.
L.I. Joe.
Lord
Man.
Knight.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And Doran 2K. Oh, my
And
God.
Doran Ryan
Ryan
Hunter.
Hunter. Whoa.
Dude,
Dang,
this is
alright.
that's a brutal bracket right there.
Alright, it depends on how much those guys are playing the
That's
game
true.
seriously. You know,
They
they're
all
really
have
strong,
cool.
but
They all are good names, but
yeah.
We all know them from various games, but
Right.
who knows how good they are at this
In
game.
this game, yeah, absolutely.
H2 has CJ Showstopper.
Persia.
Magnegro's really good.
Mm.
Persia's in here, yeah, you're right.
And Wolf
Wolf Chrome.
Oh.
Ah, interesting. Okay, that's gonna be cool.
Okay. Dude, there's so many players in this tournament.
There are.
Bakken, the other Bakken from Washington.
Oh, you're right.
Former
yeah.
Cami player in Street Fighter 4.
Rylander's in
Rylander,
there.
a good Dawson player from Texas, is in there too. The beautiful dude. I don't know how much he plays SF5.
What about
He won a couple of the locals out here.
Oh, for real? Okay,
Diaphony or Diaphone? I've seen him play
I've seen the
before.
Diaphone
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that name too.
Okay, all right. Flash from Florida is in H4.
Okay. Assuming that's Flash Metroid.
Hologram Mike Ross is in there.
There's
so
a
we got-
hologram Mike Ross.
we got
That's the
team.
original. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got the team.
Perfect Legend and Mighty Mar are in here.
That's right. You also got Ski Sonic.
Ooh.
And
Snake Tits is in
Tits.
there. All right, some
Okay.
players who again are good in other games, but not sure how much they're playing this one. Rocksteady is in Minnesota or from Minnesota.
Oh,
in
the
this one.
TO is
The
entering.
TO is apparently in this tournament.
Yeah, Rocksteady, aka the Hado.
Didn't have much room for everybody else, but you made sure yourself got in there.
Nice.
Questions.
Yeah.
Questions.
Seth Lol is in there.
Super
Excellent Street Fighter Cross Tekken player.
Yeah, great fundamentals, really good footsies, really good tricks. Excited to see him in this game too. Let's see, who do we got in the next one?
I'm only seeing
Arturo
Arturo
Sanchez,
Sanchez,
is in
yeah.
that one.
Okay.
So that's going to be cool. Then in I3, we have Filipino Man.
Who's making it out there?
Oh, and Hornet. Hornet as well. He hasn't been around since Street Fighter 4.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool. Then in the last one, I4, 4Wood is in there.
Oh, nice.
Sick. I'm glad he's making it out.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All caps.
Yeah, All Caps is in there.
Oh, Mr. All Caps.
He's
What's
actually pretty
up?
good, you know? And then Shin Tristan is in there. Do you know how much he's playing this game?
He's been playing a bit.
There's
Yeah.
some great names in
Okay,
here,
cool.
by the way. This guy's name is Racist.
Oh, man.
Genius. But one of my favorite things to do has always been this sounds really stupid, to flip open a phone book and find the juiciest names. My brothers and I grew up doing this. If we were bored, this is pre-cell phones, all right?
Yeah, I know, right?
If we were bored and there was a phone booth around, we would go check out, see who's named Butt, who's named Fart, you know, all whatever we can find. So that's always been a thing. And
Uh-huh.
and now when I get to look at these player names list, I'm always looking for like whatever.
Who has the
funniest-
sickest name?
Yeah.
Whoever's the Wonk Donkler. Of
Yeah.
The
particular-
Wong
Yep,
Donkler.
The legend.
Yep. Birdie Sanders. Yes.
That guy is. I played Rocket League as Bonk Chonkler for like a month.
I
I just couldn't help myself. Like I was so inspired.
Oh yeah. My Steam account name was
All the secrets here, folks.
I know.
Make
only
sure
here-
you remember this.
Only on the Comic Breaker
Go,
show.
go on, Mr. David.
Oh man. It was KK SpongeBob Schlongpants. The KK was for Krusty Krab.
I would
That's
have never
actually
guessed.
pretty good.
That's the best part. I would have
That's
never
pretty
guessed that.
good.
Oh
KK.
man.
Krusty Krab.
I thought I was so smart for picking Seth Green and playing Green Seth.
Oh, my God.
Ah,
And I was
cute.
like, that's cool.
cute.
And then you said that, and now it's like,
Wow.
what I did doesn't matter.
He's an esports lawyer, guys. A lawyer
He's the
and
only
an
one
He's
in
the
here.
one dressed in the
With the
shirt and
tie.
tie right now. Yeah. You
Yeah.
just, of course, if people are wondering, you just came from the.
There was a Biz Esports conference in which I hobnobbed with various esports types.
In which Krusty Krabs, David Graham, showed
some,
up.
Right.
some guy. Hey, you're the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob Crabler. Like, that's you son of a gun. I remember
Spaghetti
that
and
voice.
meatballs. I recognize that guy. It's him.
Anyway,
What
that's
an adult.
that's Street Fighter. So we sort of went through and thought about like how some of these matchups might look in Street Fighter
Okay.
5. So if things go as we sort of have picked them to go, who knows how it's
okay,
gonna turn
okay,
out.
okay.
Right.
So some matchups could be Justin Wong versus Coach Steve.
Ooh.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, there could be.
Especially since Coach Steve was playing Birdie for a while, and Justin thinks that is one of Karen's bad matchups.
Oh, really?
Is
Oh,
he still running Birdie?
I'm not sure if
I
he
don't- I
still
didn't think
is.
he was
I
still
know he
running
was
Birdie.
playing Birdie at the start of the game, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. OMG, it's Andre versus Nasser could happen.
That'd be a run back from Wizard World.
That's right. Yeah. Guilty versus Li Joe could happen.
Ooh, that
That's
would
kind of
be nice.
nifty.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen Joe play in a while.
That'll be a tough one because Joe was so used to Arturo. and
Yeah.
I don't think Arturo and Guilty play similar as.
No, they play
Complete
completely
opposite.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
Complete opposite.
very different.
Let's see who else interesting we might have here. We might have Ricky Ortiz versus Ray Ray, which would be really interesting.
Chun Mir?
That would be really interesting.
Yeah, that would be
Probably a
interesting.
Chun Mir.
Right.
Yeah.
Although she's playing Nash also.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know which one she would pick. Cien versus Tampa Bison could
That's a
happen.
good question. Is Snake Eyes not in this tournament?
Oh, we didn't say his
Oh,
name, did we?
wow.
I didn't see him.
Let me do a quick control
I'll do
F
it. I'll do
here.
it. Keep going. Keep
All
going.
right, you
I'll
got
do
it, man.
search.
You got it. Wolf Krone versus Arturo Sanchez could happen, which
Ooh.
also is an interesting.
I think that's very interesting.
That's going to be that. If this happens, and who knows? LPN versus Fubar Duck.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
Knuckle Dew versus Noel. Rom and Rylander. Filipino Man versus Humbag. And then Lucky D or GLB, something like that could happen. K-Brad versus Rico Suave. That sounds
Oh,
kind of
That would be
nifty.
a good one.
Yeah, definitely. We could see Alucard versus Nerd Josh
Did
or
we say
Brian
Rico
F.
Suave? Did we point him out? In
We
Yeah,
did.
we did. We
We
talked
did.
about
We
it.
mentioned him. Yeah.
Good playing.
Could be Flash from Miami versus Forwood. That could be nifty.
Oh, wow, that would be
I hope that
good.
happens.
I guess,
That's
I
a
guess
good
we
match.
I guess we missed him, but Nice One is also in here. KIT Nice One.
Oh,
Right.
yes, of
Okay.
course.
Um,
okay.
We could see Sonic Fox versus Ramasama. Sonic Fox versus Cyanide.
Oh, wow, that would be so
Ooh, I wanna
good.
That
see
sounds
I
really
wanna
cool
see
to
that,
me.
I wanna see that.
We could see Filipino Champ versus Jabali. Filipino Champ versus the Cool Kid.
Hmm.
Filipino Champ versus CD Junior.
That
All
would be
those
good,
things
too.
sound really interesting.
Especially
so,
since Champ has had a lot of trouble with Ken.
you know it. So
So
anyway, a lot of great players are going to be there for Street Fighter 5. A lot of potential, really interesting matchups to watch.
Right.
Mhm.
So,
I mean, I feel like the matches you called, I'll give you a buffer like 2. Maybe 2 of those won't play out that way.
yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying speculation wise. I
Yeah.
feel like there's always the sleeper that
Oh,
slides
for
through.
sure
you know
there
what I
are.
mean?
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how this goes out.
that's for sure.
Also, yeah, somebody just said, Leo Piranha, no Trinity. So we don't have Chris T.
No, because the
yeah.
Trinity is going to the
To-
T1
yeah, it's going
tournament.
to the,
Right.
it's a
Tournament
point
in TJ.
qualifier, right?
Yeah, it's another ranking
it's
event.
a ranking event, so they're going there to snatch
It's
up
closer
some
to
points.
California.
Well, I wonder if Snake Eyes is doing the same.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah, because it's if you're in California, going to Mexico is much closer than flying to Commonwealth. It's cheaper and it's closer.
Yeah.
So,
On top of that, it's really strategic because you have to
right,
remember that
strategic is good. Yeah.
Combo Breaker is it's a really high profile event, even
there's
with
a
it
lot
not
of good
being
players
yeah,
here,
exactly.
yeah.
There's a lot of good players, and the smarter tactic, if you realistically want a chance of getting in the Capcom Cup, is to go to some of these lesser pointing events. That way, you can at least make it in, possibly on that last place qualifier.
Right.
All right, so we've got Mortal Kombat.
Okay, yeah, MKX is also
Mortal
in here.
Kombat.
That was pretty sick, alright.
Okay.
So Foxy Grandpa to start things off in the Justin Wong position of top dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Sonic
definitely a
Fox
good
will
one
be
to
at this
there.
tournament also,
Yeah,
for
he
the
will.
record.
He will.
Foxy Grandpa's been playing some Molina.
Uh huh.
His Molina is crazy good.
Sick footsies. Yeah, he just plays that character
Back one,
so
too.
solidly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Very good player.
Gun shows somebody to watch in B2. Actually did well at Toryuken just this past
He's
weekend.
had good results at ESL and stuff too. Yeah,
Uh-huh,
Gun
yeah,
Show's
no
legit.
doubt.
See Tyrant in here at the
Oh,
bottom.
He's been
Tyrant.
playing Leatherface.
That's right. Yeah,
He has all the
Really?
chainsaw
Oh,
yeah.
cancels and all the silly stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got some cool stuff.
Interesting.
You got
Okay.
Big D, Blind Ducky, people to watch in B3 there.
Yeah, actually, I haven't seen Big D play in a while. That's cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Footwork, taking this game seriously still. That's really cool to see.
Katana Prime.
Katana
Oh,
Prime,
wow.
that's probably the big one to watch there.
Always representing that character.
Yeah, even when he's mad about the results, he
Always.
continues.
Even if everybody tells him to pick a different character.
Please pick a different character for at
Please
least some
do.
matchups, but it's not gonna happen. Doesn't matter.
So we've got-
Costner, somebody to watch in
Cosner's
C2.
very good reptile. Yeah,
Yeah, strong reptile.
Scar is there too.
Yeah, one of the best Sonyas, one of the best players in the States in general, to be
Right,
honest.
very very good.
C3, let's see, we have.
Sonic
That's where
Fox.
Sonic Fox
Yeah.
is.
Must
Yeah.
be the bottom part of the bracket.
Yeah, that seems likely.
Also, got to watch out for the Pantychrist, of course.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, that guy's been an NRS player for a long time. Chicago. He was Chicago for a while. I don't know if he knew it.
I think Dr. Stabs just did well at Toryuken as well.
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Biohazard, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
one to point out.
Dude, his Ferritor is crazy. If he doesn't run into somebody who's like a super heavy hitter, like I think he top 8 is very likely.
In this same pool is the cool kid, who's
Oh,
one of the
man.
Ferritors to point out
That
from
is-
the States.
That
so
is right.
it could be a
Ferritor
Ferritor
mirror.
mirror. It could be.
Oh,
you know,
dang.
we'll see how it plays out.
I am a huge biased Biohazard fan.
Oh,
So
100%.
I hope he does real well this
That
tournament.
guy's amazing to watch.
Yeah, him and Honeybee are really really awesome dudes. I'm always happy that they travel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we got KIT Shinblade.
Yeah. Shit
Red
Boy in
Raptor, I
there.
think, is
Red
probably
Raptor.
the big one in this pool. Red Raptor
That
is
makes
very
sense.
very good Takeda player.
Yeah.
Perfect Legend. is
Oh,
D3.
okay. Perfect Legend. Oh, Nicholas is a super strong player from the GGA crew.
Yeah, it's from Greece now. Lives in the States.
Yeah. You got it.
Gotta remember, man, these Midwest states. This is like the birthplace in Netherrealm.
the home of
Mortal
MK,
Kombat.
yeah.
So you know that it's gonna be some heavy hitters here.
Right.
Oh,
Slayer.
is
Oh,
here,
wow.
yeah.
You got Newbie in that pool as well.
Mhm. I think Slayer likely to make it out though. Super strong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's good, no doubt, no
CD
doubt.
Junior is
Yeah, CD
here.
Junior and
And
G1.
Wild Cowboy. Oh,
Ah, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
glad he's making it out. He's been doing well in ESL too. Juan Cowboy's really good.
Comp Bros, G2. Let's see, Bruza de Bruza from GGA.
Yeah, Haruza de Bruza, Chicago.
Oh, Lord Pina has done really well.
Oh yeah.
That dude's been playing Kodal since the very start. and
Texas just has a
Still
really,
really
good
good.
MK scene. in
Texas
general.
does have a
do.
very strong
They
scene.
do, yeah.
Honeybee,
Honeybee.
there.
Honeybee,
Hey.
from Ontario. Yeah.
Yep, Canadian player, one of the best in North
Oh,
America.
and White Boy.
White Boy.
Yeah.
That's a sick match.
So that's
actually.
going to be cool. White Boy has been playing Jason, and I haven't seen him play since MKXL came out. I hope he's stuck with Jason because
He
that
did.
character,
Really?
Yeah,
that
he's been
character
playing
got
Jason.
some.
Did he got-
really,
did he get buffed?
He's got
Oh,
some
okay,
silly
okay,
stuff.
okay.
I'll tell you.
He's yeah, definitely much better now.
Much
In-
better.
In the next pool, you can see Dragon is there. CR
CR
Oh,
Dragon.
Dragon.
CR Dragon.
And the kill save.
Sarkhan Alien, very strong
Yeah,
alien.
one
His
of the best.
ESL results are very very good. Really young, talented player.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
And who is Zaf? And what is this cute?
Zaf?
That's the
Quebec,
Quebec
maybe?
probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beyond Toxin is a good one to point
Oh,
out. As
yeah.
well.
Non-toxin.
Oh, here we are. Okay.
Yeah, there you
Noble,
go.
yeah, Noble Toxin.
H2 Hayate from Quebec is one of the best in North America. He just
That's
won.
Takeda.
Yeah, Takeda. He just won Toryuken. this past weekend. So
Okay.
really, really strong. And he's been running Takeda the whole time.
Yeah, he's another one of those Takeda guys, and then the character got buffs, and it was
Yeah.
like, boom, instant dunkage.
You know it. Yeah.
Oh, Lil Majin in there too.
Lil Majin.
He always one of the slide out guys, and you see him in one of those top 32s or top 16. You're like, you're still in.
Never a
You're like,
surprise.
yeah.
I didn't even know
Sun
Coach-
Dula is a good player from New York, New Jersey area too. Kodal.
I didn't know Coach Steve played MK.
Yeah,
Kano.
he plays all.
He
of
plays.
them.
Oh,
He plays
okay.
Kano.
Yeah, Kano.
Oh, he's in there
that's
with Pig of the
right.
Hut.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
in
and
Pig of the
Hut.
Hut. Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
wow.
know if Pick of the Hut's going or playing. I know, like, he on Twitter says he's not going and then is going
Oh, really?
every day, basically.
Okay.
So
Well,
I don't know
he's
if
in the
like-
bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there. He's got a spot.
Okay. All right. So there's a lot of good looking stuff in MK as well.
Yeah, that's
a lot,
true.
lot of good
And
players.
there's a huge pop bonus for the game there.
Oh
Also
yeah,
10
it was like 6,000 or something.
$10,000.
10,000. Wow.
$10,000 freedom bucks.
So there are a lot of really good players in
So-
the Chicago area. There's a lot of really good players in the sort of South Texas area, and then there are players coming from California, Quebec, Ontario, Florida, all over the place.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of good talent there. Georgia,
I mean,
guess.
Foxy Grandpa from overseas.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Foxy
gonna,
Grandpa
Mortal
from
Kombat
UK.
is going to be a really stacked.
MK is going to be crazy, yeah.
Was
It's gonna be very
this
good.
like a qualifier event for something or no? There's no...
I think it's an ESL qualifier as
Right,
well,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
ESL
You are
yeah.
correct.
If I'm
Yeah, it's an
not-
offline
if I'm not
qualifier.
10,000
mistaken, yeah, yeah.
smackaroos plus ESL qualifier.
That's why I'm assuming Foxy Grandpa's making the way out.
Plus
here,
top
right?
all top 3 Evo placers are going to be there.
Oh, this is going to be good.
There's going to be 181 folks pre-registered. We'll see how that ends up.
Sick. It's going to be a dope tournament.
All right. Well, before we get too late, I really wanted to talk to Tubaware about Brawlhalla. They're in Central Time, so it's going to be
Oh, right,
it's going to be
right,
nighttime for them
right,
pretty
right,
shortly.
right,
So
right.
I'd like to get him on the old Skype. I would like to get also Casmer to talk about Skullgirls.
Okay.
So we'll get both of those guys.
So,
Are you gonna need time to set that up? I
Yeah,
guess you
let's
probably
take a
will.
break. Let's take a break real quick, and when we come back, we'll get Tubaware first
Sure.
on here.
Sure.
So.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. We'll be back shortly.
All right.
So one of the games that's going to be at Combo Breaker is Brawlhalla, and we have brought on Tubaware to talk about it. Tubaware's been playing the game.
He's also one of the people. He's one of the staff for Combo Breaker, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's definitely working with Combo
Yeah.
Breaker. He'll
Alright.
be doing the auction events.
Right.
I assume,
That's what he always does. I
as
think.
always.
So-
Yeah, for sure. So we just wanted to talk with him about Brawlhalla. I don't know that much about the game, so it's good to bring on somebody who does know
Right.
and tell us what to expect and who to look for.
All right. So you there? You there, Tubaware?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Mr.
How you
Miguel?
doing, sir?
I'm doing well, doing well.
All right, sweet. So talk to us a little bit. If we don't know anything about Brawlhalla, just give us a 1-minute explanation of the game.
1 minute explanation. Brawlhalla is Smash, but with more free movement.
That took way less
that's
than a minute.
basic.
That's
Wow.
crazy because Smash has pretty free movement, right?
But Smash relies more on advanced movement, like wave dashing and things like that. Brawlhalla is more of a 8-way dash, easy movement
Yeah.
type game.
Oh,
okay.
8-way dash. Oh.
And they have the characters have really cool abilities that it's really crazy. I
Okay.
played it. It's really
And it's
fun.
actually a sprite-based game, if
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
mistaken, right?
Yeah, completely two-dimensional.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Nifty. All right. So you've been playing it a lot.
I've been playing it for over a year.
Oh dang. Okay, I didn't even know it existed for that long.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I pushed Rick to have it at Combo Breaker, because they're
Nice.
trying to break into the competitive scene, but they only have online tournaments because the game's netcode is amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
But offline is where it's at for any fighting game. So
Right. Of course.
that's why I wanted it there.
Also, they had a bunch of setups. Well, one or two. I say a bunch. But at final round, they were actually
Right.
playing
That's where I saw
Brawlhalla
it.
as
That's
well.
where I saw it.
Yep.
So-
And the company is actually based in Atlanta, so that worked out naturally.
Okay, all right. That works out. So, are there any players that you could think of that's from these online tournaments that stand out immediately that's actually going to be at Combo Breaker?
Yeah, man. I'd say if I had to name, the top 20 players of the game, at least 5 or 6 of them are going to be there.
Oh, cool.
Okay, awesome.
For example, Magma Bob, he's one of the best players in the world. He's going to be there. Stevenator, this kid's been dominating the game for a good 8 months. He's my favorite to win. He's going to be there.
Okay.
Legit Punisher, he's from Illinois, one of the best players in the world. He's going to be there. So, I mean, there's a lot of strong players there.
I mean, there's a lot of players in here in general. I mean, I'm
Well,
so
big, right?
yeah, that's true. But it was free to enter, so, I mean, you have to take that into consideration.
So I know you said it's they're trying to break into the competitive scene. Now I know it's 4 players. Will it be 4 players or will it be 1v1?
No, it is 1v1. 1v1, like, there are 2v2 tournaments, but real skill is taken more seriously in 1v1.
So it's very similar to Smash. I mean, like when it's free, like when you play actually 4 players free fall, are there like items and stuff like that are turned off during the tournament matches?
Well, see, the unique thing about Brawlhalla is every character has the same unarmed attacks. Every character has a 2-weapon set that is completely unique to them. So there might be 2 characters that both use a sword, but there's no 2 characters that have a sword and an axe. So everybody has their own weapon set, and when you pick up a weapon, you don't know what you're picking up. It's either going to be one of your 2 weapons, and then there's also 3 gadgets that go with the game as well. There's a bomb, a mine, and a spike ball. So those things have to be on in order for the game to work.
It's really unique.
Interesting, okay.
No, it's a really unique
Yeah,
game.
Have you played it?
Yes, I have played it.
Okay,
I'm
cool,
not
cool.
good at it or anything,
Right,
but
right,
I've
right.
definitely played it, and it's really fun. It definitely plays like Smash, but the thing is, it's more of a, like I said, since it's a 2D sprite movement game. The uniqueness comes from you not knowing what you're gonna get. So it's constantly where you're like, I have to pay attention to this, and there's a lot of stuff you have to be aware of because the other characters have different abilities that completely lock you out.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It goes
It's
up and
interesting
down. It's
because
crazy.
I mean, I know one of the reasons why they turn off items in Smash is because they don't like the random factor of it, right? But this almost feels like Zappa the fighting game, so no wonder you like it, right? Because you're just getting dogs or you're
Dude,
getting swords.
it's really cool. It's one of those games that it makes sure you stay engaged by how much it changes while you're playing. So even if you're one of those read and react people or one of those slow and steady kind of guys, it doesn't make a difference in this game. You have to adapt with what happens in the game, and it's really cool.
That's cool. All right.
Sounds good.
So Tuboy, I was going to ask, are you actually entering this tournament?
Yeah, and part of what I'm excited about is a lot of these Brawl kids, they don't know what it's like to play in a real tournament. So I'm pretty excited to have the whole IFD crew yelling at them while I'm playing. And
Oh, you're trying to break them in, huh?
Wow. Trying to break them,
I'm
period,
going to
sounds
my
like.
first tournament. Yay! You're gonna lose, sucker! Yeah!
It's like 16-year-old kids gonna get power bombed by a Tubaware.
Oh, man.
That guy spit beer in my face.
It's 8 in the morning and he's on his 3rd beer. What's happening?
Hey, by the way, congrats on the jerky name of twitch.tv/Tubaware. I can't believe you signed up with that.
The world should know about great streams.
Well, then why did you sign up as Twitch.tv/Tubaware?
Walked right into it.
Yeah, seriously.
Thanks for the guacamole the last time I was over, by the way. That was delicious.
Well, that was all on Rick and Kat, so
All right.
them.
Hey,
Sure.
is there anybody who you know from more established fighting game communities who is playing the game and is somebody to look for?
Flash Metroid entered, and I'm actually kind of worried about him. I know that he had tweeted before that he's played the game and liked it, so there's a good chance that he's kept playing it and didn't tell anyone. So he might be a dark horse.
Oh, and the beautiful dudes
I mean,
in
I
there,
see
too.
I see Brandon Alexander's in here. I see DeKill Sage is in
Yeah.
here. But of course, like you said, this is a free to enter tournament, so a lot of these guys might have just jumped in here just for the heck of it.
They're like
that's how I
$1,000,
see it.
or there's like a pop bonus, and it's free to enter.
$1,000
So
bucks.
they're just like, look, if I can do it, I can do it.
Right.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of people in
There are a lot of people I recognize the
The
names.
UA base, UA
Manny is
Manny.
in there. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I mean, if it's free to enter, why not, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna be pretty entertaining. What's cool? I mean, like we'll take a look at the schedule later on because I'm really curious to see when this is gonna get some stream time as well. Because I mean, obviously I'm gonna be there, so it's gonna be harder for us to find the time
That's
to
true.
watch it.
That's
But
true.
hopefully I'll be able to. Because like I said, I saw it at Fine Round a little. I watched it a little bit, and I was like, this is kind of interesting, but I didn't pick up on
It's
it.
really fun. It's
Right.
really fun and hectic. It's
Awesome.
So what's the history of this game? How long has it been out for? And just like what company makes it?
The game is made by Blue something or other games. BMG, Blue Mountain Games, I believe.
Okay,
There it is.
I just call them BMG. but it came out like for open beta approximately 6 months ago. But it's been playable through closed beta for about a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years now.
Oh wow! So
and the game has changed drastically since it first came out.
So has it actually been officially released yet, or no, not yet?
No, it's not an official release. It's still in beta, technically.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Good stuff.
Well, hey, thanks for coming on and talk with us about it.
Sure.
You know,
Anytime.
yeah, nice. I mean, it's the third most entered game at Combo Breaker. 188 people pre-registered, so I definitely wanted to get it on the air.
And that's behind Street Fighter and Tekken.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So third most entered game behind those two.
And Tekken was also free to enter
Yeah.
as well.
Right.
So
240 people for Tekken.
yes.
And they have a pot bonus as well.
They
Well,
do.
Yep.
But if you're gonna be at Combo Breaker, definitely give TubeAware a shout out. Say hi to him. He'll be the guy running around running the auction tournaments.
Yes.
You can't miss them.
You
No,
can't miss him.
He's big
and
and scary.
also, just give Brawlhalla a try. I guarantee you, it's nowhere near as this dark horse that you think it is. It's actually a really cool game. It's really fun. I like it personally. So
Like, even if you don't know what I mean by you can't miss him, when you see him, you'll know.
he's one of those few players that even his screen name goes with him so
It
well.
fits perfectly.
You'll be able to hear him from anywhere in the venue probably too.
That's probably true, actually. Yeah, yeah. All right, well, thanks a lot for coming on, buddy.
All right, guys. See you
All
later.
right, yeah,
Take
make fun of you
care.
later.
Peace.
All right, cool. So here's a name for you to add. Do you see the thing there? This one on the old Skypey?
You mean? No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh wait.
That's right.
Oh okay. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Big and large Slong 69. Add that guy on Skype real quick.
How glued. I can't believe it.
Let me see it one more time.
It's Krusty Krabs is in the start. Remember.
KK.
I can't believe it's abbreviated.
That was my favorite part about the name, to be honest.
What
You
is
know
that? Because you know that's what people said. What
I
does the KK mean?
That was
Yeah.
exactly why I put it.
The best part about it is like I couldn't figure out the KK, but as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah, we played on the internet with that?
No.
Yeah,
When you just
okay.
said it right now, that's all I could think.
Anyway, so what we're going to try to do is bring on Ryan Kasmer to talk about Skullgirls. Hopefully that works out. Ryan's trying a bit of new technology, I guess is really what it is.
Okay.
Which is crazy because
Skype is the future, huh?
yeah,
Dude, it is for me. Like, Skype is the one thing that I am like truly like weirdly old manish about. Like, I've never used Skype. Like, I barely ever use Skype.
You should just skip over it and like head over to like Discord or
Right,
something.
That's what I was gonna say. Discord
Just past that
Wait, but
generation.
does Discord have voice chat and everything like that on it?
Yes.
Oh,
It's just a
okay.
better Skype.
Okay, got
to
it.
be honest.
Oh, okay. I remember a lot of people were like, "Why are people still using Skype? We should move to." I didn't realize that
Discord.
was the same thing. As...
Discord, Slack, people do different things.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, you've got a
Well,
couple
I'm gonna
options.
try calling Ryan here. Let's see if he actually picks up. Ooh, ow, that hurt.
nice, unique.
That's
Yeah.
a great picture there, James, for yourself.
Oh, thank you.
But Casmer already has a thing? I thought he just signed up to Skype. I'm so confused.
Hey.
Hey,
Fantastic.
Okay.
So you can hear us.
It's a whole new technology.
that's not like a crazy new person. This is the guy we wanted, right?
This is the guy we wanted.
All right, hey,
I
how's
can-
it going?
I can hear the
don't know
jerk
if
in
it's
his
the guy you
voice.
Wanted, but it's the guy you got.
All right.
That's definitely the guy.
Well,
we're
I
looking
can
for.
tell you one thing that would make you guys want to hang up on him right away. Should I save it for the end? I should save it for the end.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, so yeah, let's
Yeah,
save
save
it
it
for
for
the
the
end.
end.
Okay,
Alright.
save it for
All right,
the
all
end.
right.
Okay.
So we wanted to bring you on to talk with you about Skullgirls. It's a really
Yes.
big event for Skullgirls, of course. They had 146 pre-registrants for the game, which is huge. Talk a little bit about Skullgirls at Combo Breaker and what we can expect.
Well, Combo Breaker and even UFGT before it has sort of gathered a reputation within the Skullgirls community as this event is essentially the Evo for Skullgirls. This is the event where Evo might get a little more numbers, but this is where all the big talent is like really focusing. This is the one that everyone really wants to win. So all the top players, Sonic Fox to Kill Sage, like all the legendary Skullgirls players are all coming out. I think there might only be like one or two of like the really high notables that might not make it. So everything past pools is going to be ridiculous. Like every single match is going to be like top level play.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
they're all coming out. Rick and Keats have always been, super good to that community. They've always listened and gave them everything they wanted and more. So
I mean,
we've
like, I
really
knew,
been trying to give back.
Like, I know, for example, there's that, the 10v10 that's going to take place with...
That's what I was going to ask about.
EC versus the World.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get into that, though, I mean, we saw on the list on the World there was some players from Japan and etc. I'm seeing here, just on this list, we have a player from Mexico, it looks like. We have a player from Japan. We have a player from, I'm assuming that's Jamaica. Great Britain, there's a player here as well. So there's actually Brazil... So there seems like there's actually a lot of people from Sweden. Is that Sweden?
That would be Sweden.
Yeah, so we actually have a lot of players from different countries as well. Like, is this one of the first times that some of those players have come to a big tournament like this to play?
I don't know specifically who has and hasn't come stateside before. I think for a few of the international guys, they're going to be their first time. But we honestly don't really get to see a lot of international players for this game, honestly. So on top of having the 10v10 with a couple world guys coming out, even for the pool play, some of these international players, like, it's ridiculous the talent, like, that is just coming from all over the world, that, like, from places we don't even know what the scenes are like over there. We don't even know if some of these places have scenes. It might just be like guys who just like found the game online and just grinded it out, and now they're gonna come blow up everybody and be like, where the hell did this guy come from?
So literally speaking, like, there could be a situation where players will just bust out technology that maybe you guys haven't ever seen before.
Oh, that I wouldn't completely doubt it, but God, am I looking forward to it. We just need like one guy that no one's ever heard of, makes it into top 8 or whatever. We're like, all right, what can this guy really do?
I'd bet on the Japanese player.
I was gonna say.
I'd bet on the Japanese
I was
player.
gonna say,
Racist,
right?
man, come on.
No, it's not.
So, Casimir, just recently, Skullgirls was released in Japanese arcades.
That's right.
Yes.
Do you think that's had an impact on the scene at all? Do you feel like there's been any kind of tech that was released that you guys know about, or do you think it's literally the dark ages and you're gonna see some new tech this weekend?
Well, you bring up a point. It's only been recently released in Japan, so we haven't been able to see a lot of those guys. I mean, the one Japanese player I know coming out, 159 Man. I know there was I think there was like an Indiegogo campaign by a couple players to sort of bring as much international talent out as they could, and I think a few more of them were more Japanese players. So we don't know we haven't seen a lot of those guys. Like, they're really only people that stay active within the Skullgirls community have even really heard of these guys. So to see them in an international competition like this with all the guys that, like, we know what the guys, like, we can guess what teams they're going to play before they start, versus these guys from Japan who might have been, like, grinding it out. We have no idea what they're going to pull out. So
And
it's going to be crazy.
He's in the same pool as the Kill Sage is.
I think that's actually my pool too.
Yeah, and you're in there too. So
I'm gonna get creamed.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Well, I mean, I'm running the pools, and I'm running 16 and top 8, so maybe it's probably better that I just get knocked out early.
As a great sign for you, last year when I came on the show to talk about Japanese Killer Instinct, I was like, we know nothing about him, and proceeded to get dunked by a Japanese KI player.
Yeah, the Cinder player, right?
Domi, who made top 8.
Oh my God.
I lost.
Bomb loops.
Legit, like, I was on the stage yelling at Keith. I was like, why didn't you tell me this? And he was just like,
I was real close to beating him, and I'm real glad I didn't. Because my play is so boring. That guy is crazy awesome. He made one of the best moments at EVO, I think, for KI. So, yeah, good luck.
You guys are like twisting all these bad things into like good things.
Good luck against 159 Man is all I'm gonna say.
I'm telling you, dude. The thing is, and like Casimir, I'm pretty sure you agree with me on this. So feel free to chime in. The thing that I feel like is very unique about Skullgirls is that it gives you like kind of a Guilty Gear CVS2 feel, because you don't know if they're playing 1, 2, or 3 characters. On top of that, you don't know what their strength is. It's so much harder to get a read on any player that you've never heard of or haven't played before. That's what makes it beautiful. And that's why I can watch Skullgirls, because I'm like, man, what is this guy gonna do? He's running like solo big band, you know?
Yeah. This game
first off, if you run into anyone playing solo big band, run away as far as just don't look back. But I mean, like, I'm calling off my phone right now because I'm actually at a local weekly in Chicago right now, and I just got done playing a few sets of Dunkator. I've been playing with this guy for years. He hit me with at least 2 resets I have literally never seen before.
Yeah, see, I was
It's
just
like
about to say
already,
that.
Like, I don't know what is gonna happen in this
Awesome.
tournament.
Yeah, 159 man's gonna dunk you.
Yeah,
that's for
I
sure.
don't know.
Yeah,
I'm so convinced now.
Dude, because I was just saying, like, this game is so reset heavy, and there's so much
For sure.
potential for some crazy resets. Like, he could, because the thing about it is also, it's not even a known quantity, because you can pick any assist.
Yep.
You can program
You
any
make your
button
own
for
assist.
assist.
That's so
right?
sick. I love it.
So,
Yeah.
so they can just come here with like the most crazy technology that you've never seen before, and all of a sudden just start blowing everybody
Man,
up with it.
Skullgirls is gonna be hype.
It's
Oh
such a
my
good game,
god!
man.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah,
to Mr. Mike
I
Z.
think,
Thank
I think
you.
if there's one Skullgirls tournament that anyone should be looking for, if you don't know much about Skullgirls and you want to see the high level play, or you do know and like you want to get hype, you want to see what everyone's coming out for. This is the one event of the year I would say like this is the one to focus on.
Awesome.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I think that's ridiculous. First off, I'm just really excited for the tournament
Yeah,
itself.
same.
So
So
Not to mention even compared against Evo's numbers, I think this is even before Emergency Reg. This is one of the largest Skullgirls tournaments
yeah, I
to
wouldn't be
date.
surprised.
There are 146 people pre-registered, which is really big.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
I
doubt.
want to say the record is like somewhere around like 160-ish. I'm not 100% on
Okay.
that though.
So it's real close.
The
Yeah.
one thing I wanted to ask though, is there any sort of backstory to the 10v10 that's coming out? The world
So-
versus East Coast.
East Coast likes to talk a lot of trash.
classic East Coast.
So
Mhm.
they've been running around online and they've been showing up at tournaments and they've been yelling, we got the best scenes, we got the best players, we pretty much run this game. So a bunch of other guys said, hey, no, you're wrong. We're going to blow you up. So somewhere in the forums, I guess, a sort of rivalry just started to pan out. So East Coast has gathered up 10 of their best. They got guys from Florida, a lot from New York, a few from New Jersey, and they're just going up against 10 players that were voted among the community to just sort of represent the world talent.
Okay.
So that's why we got, a few international guys. We got guys from SoCal, a couple from Chicago, one from Canada. Like it's just all over the place. So it's sort of a clash against one small clan going up against everyone who wants a piece of them.
If you had to put 13 beers on which team you thought was going to win, which team would that be?
Oh God. I would have said East Coast at first because, two of the guys right off the bat, they had To Kill Sage and Sonic Fox. Right there, like those are
Oh man.
easily two of the top 5 in the world, I would say free. But I believe To Kill Sage is not in the event anymore because I don't think he can make it to Combo Breaker on Friday.
Oh.
So
All
he'll
in
be
on
able to
Team
play in
World.
pools. So we might still see him, in top 8 and everything. And he'll
Yeah.
be there for the Saturday night event. He just won't be in the 10v10. But now, I think that evens it out a lot. Like, there could be some of these international guys, I don't know how they play. Like, they could be some crazy wild.
That's what I'm
Right,
thinking.
yeah.
I'm legit. They're like, yo, man, Sonic Fox is gonna like people in the chat like, yo, Team Sonic Fox. I was like, 159 man, dude. I don't trust anybody with
I'm
the
all
name,
in on this guy.
all numbers,
I'm all
dude.
in on this guy.
Yeah, that's 22-9 man. I'm like, yo, man, that dude's good.
Guy, and then just have him get, blown up immediately. Doesn't even get to play a second match. And everyone's like, what the hell is going on?
I'll tell you this: if there's anybody who could block a reset they've never seen on the first try, it's probably Sonic Fox.
Yeah.
That's
So
probably true, yeah.
he'll see that and be like, oh, I came up with that a year ago, and everybody else is like, what?
Yeah.
That's never been
He's
seen
like the
before.
Iron Man of the FGC.
Yeah, but then
He's
the
so
dude
far in
from
the
Brazil
future.
is going to be like, yo, but you ain't seen this one before. And everyone will be like, what the fuck?
And he'll still block it somehow.
Yeah.
It'll be like an over, under, left, right, unblockable, overhead, low at the same
Game
time.
freezes.
And Sonic Fox will be like,
Yeah.
that wasn't even hard to block. And I'll be like,
Dude, they were supposed to patch this. They didn't, but I found it during the beta.
Oh, Mike C's going to plug in his laptop. He's going to be patching the game.
While they're
I know,
playing.
right?
Be like, wait, no, you shouldn't be able to do that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Too cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the kill switch. If anything happens out of Mike Z's control, this button brings it, reins it back in.
Sage, right? Yeah.
gonna add third strike Makoto mid tournament.
He wishes. Yeah. All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for coming on to talk with us about it. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. It's I'm really looking forward to it. To be honest, I'm not active in playing Skullgirls all that much anymore, but God, I am so looking forward to watching this. It's gonna be ridiculous. This, like, I don't want to sound biased, but this is gonna be one of the top games to check out this weekend. I think.
Okay, all right. I'll let you have that one.
Yeah,
Let you have that.
Yeah, I think it probably will. Yeah.
No quarrel.
And not to mention, there is also a second event happening on Saturday night. For those that saw last year, that we had a little thing called Saturday Night Assault, which was just last year it was a little mess. It was sort of an experiment, so it was a little all over the place. But we really looked at what worked, what didn't, and it's bigger and better this year. We got grudge matches. We're gonna have tournament runbacks. We're probably gonna have some money matches going on. Just commentary from like all the best guys in the scene. Like that's gonna be like a real showcase. If you don't know much about this game, I think that's gonna be the one that you're really gonna learn a lot from.
Awesome.
Okay, all right.
So before you go, I do want to give you a chance to maybe clarify or defend yourself. I said I was going to give you a reason why.
I already know what you're going to say.
You already know what I'm going to say, right? So I'm just going to mention right now that
I know it's
Dan here is in honor of Captain America and the helicopter pulling in. He's in the helicopter pulling in position. And I bring this up because I in fact know that Casimir said that Civil War wasn't that good.
Look, I'm gonna put you on blast because he came over, right, and we talked about this. Every issue that he had with the movie happened. It was literally, he was like, I don't think Iron Man would react like that, and I was like, wait a minute, you legitimately just told me you threw your controller on the ground to break, even though that's no. He said he didn't understand why Iron Man was mad that this guy killed his mom. Casimir, you need to calm down, sir.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this. He thinks that he knows how to write Iron Man better than the Marvel people. And I'm now fully on board with 159 Man. I will personally drive him from the airport to the hotel, make sure he gets plenty of sleep.
He's gonna body you. I hope he's in your pool. I'm gonna be there. Turn him on to body you. Just for that fact alone. Even though I squished everyone. I destroyed every one of his reasons for not liking that movie. It was not one still standing.
All right. Give him 10 seconds.
In the way too long discussion I had with Steve about this movie, he did make some good points. I did have to go back and examine a few of my issues. I still don't think it's a particularly spectacular movie.
All right, thanks for calling in. Thanks for calling in, Cav.
Money and go see Wolverine 3 coming out next
Man,
week.
get out of here, dude.
All right, thanks. I'm just hanging up on you right now.
Thanks, dude. I'll see you this weekend.
Yeah, I'll see you this weekend.
All right, peace out.
That was a weird way of counting, and my hands kind of hurt now.
I'm gonna give that guy the business when I see him. I'm gonna have to give him a stern.
I'm gonna fight him. I'm
gonna roll my sleeves up.
Oh, why you gonna roll the sleeves up?
Yeah, and talk to
Put
this
him up,
man.
pal.
Throw up the dukes.
Put him up.
Who does this guy think he is?
Someone in the chat just said it's not that good. Okay, ban.
I've seen the movie 3 times now. I've caught up to him.
I'm still going to see it 2 more times.
I feel like I gotta watch it at least 1 more time.
I have to. There's no way I can't see that movie.
I want to see it again.
I want to see it again.
Netflix announced today that they bought Disney.
Only
for
able to watch
service.
For streaming.
Disney, LucasArts, Pixar
are gonna show up
all
on Netflix now.
Only place you can watch it.
Yeah, I'm so happy about
They're
my
winning.
I can watch Star Wars on Netflix?
That's what I'm saying,
Star
right?
Wars on Netflix.
It's gonna be ridiculous, isn't it? Netflix just
it's just gonna
they
be
just
looping.
won. They just won
It's
everything.
just gonna be looping.
They probably paid so much money.
Well, they already got kind of existing deal with the whole Marvel thing.
Right.
So, whatever.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Oh, that's
They had
right,
a little
because
inroads
Netflix
there.
is doing really well with their TV show
You're right.
stuff. Yeah.
Regardless,
Wow,
that
yeah,
guy's
middle.
dumb.
Anyway.
159 Man's gonna blow up everybody
I
there.
hope he bodies him.
So, do you want to take a break and then we can come back with some more pools, or do you think we're okay with pools now?
I'd kind of like to just do Tekken and KI real fast. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's.
But we should probably quit rambling quite as much.
Yeah.
What about
Let's-
Exerd though?
Oh, can we do Exerd?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Let's
Alright,
just
we're
do
gonna
them
speed
super
run.
fast. Super
quickly.
fast. Exerd. All right. So what do we got
Okay,
here?
so pool 1, D1, we have Black Snake. He's a legend. That's it, bro.
Yeah,
Coming
Black
all the way
Snake.
from California, who I'm looking at. Kid Viper, also in D1. That pool is officially, need to be careful now. Who else? Scroll down a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it for pool 1 that I'm looking at. Now D2, oh wow. Faulty Defense, who actually won Texas Showdown, got 3rd or 4th at Northwest Majors. Chosen Ninja, who actually won UMACon. He's a really good Milia player.
Dude, everyone in here, I swear I know their names.
Yep.
That's a good pool.
And there's Flux
Flux.
as well. Oh, wow.
Hologram.
KIT Little Majin. A very good guilty player, even though he's known for Tekken. Psycho Shot.
Oh my god.
Nerd Josh.
And
is
Nerd
there.
Josh? Wow.
These pools are crazy.
Are you looking at Shaquille O'Neal?
Shaquille
Dude,
O'Neal.
he was in one
Yeah.
of the results before.
Oh,
That's
that's
like
good.
genius name.
Genius.
That's very
Genius
good.
name.
Yeah, that
Shaquille
pool's
O'Neal.
crazy. Now.
That pool is gonna be nuts. That is definitely gonna be one to watch. F1 has Lord Knight. Oh, LV Bentley is actually really good as well.
Okay.
Shiken, yeah. Stupid Ninja. Okay, that's
So you
looking
got
pretty.
Chosen Ninja and Stupid Ninja,
Yeah.
both from Illinois. Okay.
So that pool, like I said, and the fact that this is the Midwest, it has been like it's one of the breeding grounds for the Midwest of Guilty as well. So it's actually going to be a really good tournament.
Okay.
Axis, wow, that's really good.
Elvin Shadow's in
Elvin
here.
Shadow, of course.
Yoshimitsu.
Yoshimitsu.
Okay.
Kizzy Crate.
Oh, Kissy Kid.
No,
Oh, no,
that's
Kizzy
Kizzy
Crate.
Crate.
Yeah, he's
Good
really
try.
good. Ryan Hunter.
is there.
Yep.
Beautiful
Oh,
dudes
the
in this
beautiful
one.
dude. Oh, wow.
Jeez, these pools are all so
These are
crazy.
killers.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's not that many pools. That's why. Okay. So
So-
still,
So next up we have Dorn 2K. Oh wow. Okay.
Lost Soul.
KB Nova. Wait a minute. Okay. This guy is another Bearman. Oh wait, that's not him. Okay, that's not him. But he's still an OG. Shout out to
Okay.
KB Nova.
but Lost Soul.
Lost Soul, of course, and I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now, everybody's gonna look at him to be a favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
And G2, aka that is one of my
Yeah.
old training partners. He's one of the people that actually taught me everything I know about gear, and I know he's good. He's just getting back into it, but he's still in
That's
there.
cool.
Fool, wow, he you know him. He's a California
Yeah,
player,
yeah.
multiple top placings. He's really
He
good.
was Leo for a while, right?
Yep. And recently sponsored PG Marlin Pie. Actually won Guilty Gear
Sick.
Toryukin too.
That's right. Mhm.
And who else? And Zerp as well, but okay. Oh, okay. And on H1 we have Son of Bear, who's a chip player who moved from Chicago to the West Coast. Really good chip
Okay,
player,
okay.
one of the best in the country,
Okay.
easily. Who else is in that pool?
Jim Marvelous. is in
Jim
here.
Marvelous. Like I said, I know him from Guilty Gear and Third Strike. He was ridiculous.
Zynak is in here.
Oh, Zynak and Yukio Tachibana as well. So both of those guys, like I said, another legend, Yukio Tachibana, known that guy for a really long time. I've seen him play. I played him last time I was in Illinois, really good as well. Zynak, like I said, he got like top 8 at Northwest Majors as well.
He works on KI. It must be good.
Yeah. Next up,
Oh, Bonkler. Is that him?
No.
Is that Wonk Bonkler?
The Wonk Donkler? No, he wouldn't
No,
sully
no.
his hand with just one
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
That's
Bonkler.
true. That's right.
Bonkler's not as
Bonkler's
Bonkler. I'm
alright,
just thinking
but
of Zonk Bonkler.
It's not the
again.
Bonk
It's
Chonkler.
not the
is what
Zonk
it is.
Yeah,
Bonkler.
next up we have Angry Black, classic guy.
Oh, from Maryland. I remember that guy.
Yeah, Hotashi coming from Florida, of course. Shinblade. Oh yeah. Let's see who else. And Yu Young. He's actually, like I said, he's from the
Yeah,
Nebraska scene as well.
yeah.
Third Strike, Guilty Gear. And I don't know. I thought Zidane was there. I thought I could be wrong, but I don't
Did
know.
we just skip him or something?
Control F or something. I don't know.
Can do that. He is not there
Negative.
listed.
Oh, wow.
Strangely.
That is
Maybe he's
weird.
late wrecking or something?
I saw.
Yeah,
I
could
saw
be.
his name on the other. Well, I guess he's not entering gear, or maybe he's just trying to slide in there with some kind of secret name. Regardless,
Oh man, the Sen Chang tech.
yeah, dude. Regardless, Guilty Gear is going to be crazy. I really wish I got to enter at least, but I'm going to be commentating it, so I think
Yeah.
that's going to be just as good. At least I get to see all the good matches,
Yeah.
you know.
That's where I'm at with KI.
Speaking of KI,
All right,
let's
so
talk about who's in there.
D1, Gnarly Feats, who is a really strong Orchid player. I don't know if he's still playing Orchid, but was playing Arya before. Psychotica, Rocksteady, a.k.a. Rick, a.k.a. the guy running the tournament. I don't know if he is playing or not. And Shin Tristan's in there as well. Thrill House, who was a developer. He worked for Double Helix. So that's cool.
Wasn't Rick like just outside of top 8 last year? Or?
At his own tournament? I don't know.
No.
I know he's done really well.
He won NCR.
He won NCR.
He won NCR.
It was like him and 2 people. So in D2, you have Thompson, who is like pretty much the premier Jago player right now.
Ooh, cool.
Really, really, really strong player. I think he'll go real far in the tournament. Like a top 3 finish would not be out of the question for him. Also, Manny's in this pool. Ultra Arcade Manny, aka C Jr. He's been playing a bit, not as much. I know he's been playing Samira, so that's pretty fun. I'm curious to see if he plays that character.
So he said, Rick said that he was 1 match out of top 8 last year.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. In E1, there's Chaim Keith. This is a real tough pool. Chaim Keith, Riptor player, Ultra Arcade Base. Zero May Cry, who is a Arya player, as well as Tyrant is in there. Tyrant and War Child.
I was about to say,
Is
yeah.
he still going Spinal?
No, Tyrant has a new character. I don't remember who he's playing, but he's not playing Spinal anymore.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, he has picked up a new character this season. So that's E1, pretty tough pool. E2, you have Devil May Care as a TJ player. LCD, who was 4th place at EVO last year, playing Kimwoo, and Wolfgang Mello.
Majors, right?
We got second at Northwest Majors to
Oh,
base.
that's right. Yeah, that's base 1.
And Wolfgang Mello, who's really, really strong Riptor player, but also plays some Saberwolf. Yeah, Mello is ridiculous. That is going to be some of the best Riptor play you'll see. F1 is actually a really tough pool as well. Sleep is in there. Of course, he needs no introduction. Really, really strong player. Sickle, Glacius player, who's really good, and Salt God, who's also a really strong player as well. So I'm actually really looking forward to that pool. I think that could be pretty tough.
Salt God, not to be confused with My God, right? 2 different people.
Different people.
Okay.
Yeah. F2 is pretty crazy, to be honest. I mean, Jabali's in there, but he's not too bad of a threat. Heroic Legacy, who formerly worked at Iron Galaxy, also NetherRealms, is a really good player. Rico Suave, Evo champion, KI Cup champions in there. Morbid Hoagie, is a really good player as well. Hisako, and Spinal, and Water Horses, who was top 8 at KI Cup, top 8 at...
Wasn't he was one of the guys who made it out of the qualifier.
Yeah, last chance qualifier.
Yeah,
He was top 8 at KI Cup, top 8 at Texas Showdown. Really strong Glacius. So he's in the same pool as Rico, which is it's not an easy pool. That is a tough pool. And G1, I don't know if he's still going, but BH Grief is there. If Grief is going, 2 years in a row, 9th place at Evo, also top 8 at KI Cup this year. Yeah, really good player. Really young. Dizzy's in there. Yeah, he's been playing a bit. And Charbok is good. Paul B is not going to be there as far as I know. But if he is there, he is there, he's definitely a threat. He's been playing a lot of Mira. And the final pool is crazy. I don't know what's going on. Dayton J, who's probably one of the best Orchid players, if not the best Orchid player. Crazy tech, really strong. Latalis Venator, who is a crazy Omen and Agnos player, so really funky characters. Has some sick mix-ups with Omen, especially.
I didn't even know Nasser played this game.
Nasser, yeah, he does.
He got top 4 at NCR.
Yeah, he plays Orchid and just does like the 50-50 Rekka over and over, which is very much his style.
He would play that way? No.
Yeah, you never guess it. Nikki NS, one of the best full gore players in the business. Noisy Child. Yeah, Tuboer is in there. And, of course, Brandon Alexander.
Dang, that is a crazy pool.
Yeah, it's not an easy pool at all. So that is KI.
I hope that Tubaware plays Brandon first round so that he plays against the Tusk matchup. And I'm going to be mad if Brock loses. But he's definitely going to lose.
He definitely loses to your Tusk.
He definitely loses to my Tusk, yes.
Your Tusk is too good.
That's right, yeah.
Tekken 7.
All right, let's see what we got going here. First pool, oh man, Little One. All right. Mystic Bill. He was just at Wizard World, actually.
Okay.
Who else? S.A. Caitlin. All right. Okay, all right. And Juggernaut in that first pool. Not too crazy in that first one. Let's see. Second pool. KIT Shinblade, who's actually been doing really good. He did really good at a final round. So the thing is about it, like I said, this is a new game, so a lot of people are still having to learn a lot more coming up. C1. Wait, is that right? Zidane, Rhode Island? He entered. Is that like the Zidane?
Is he here
Yeah,
in Tekken, but he's not?
That dude's trying to snake the tournament, man.
That
Anyways,
makes no sense.
Yeah.
like I said, this is a free to enter tournament though, and it does have a prize spot. Who else? Speedbreaker and Dizzy, who I didn't even know played Tekken. Next,
It's free to enter, so.
Yeah.
So C2. Oh, Axiom. Classic, old school Tekken player. He's really good. Who else is in this pool?
Noisy
Child,
CD
Ryan
Junior.
Landers, CD. Wow, that's really crazy. All right, like I said, it is a free to enter tournament.
Right.
Let's check out D1. We have Humbag. This is definitely a free to enter tournament. Because I was about to say it's a lot. It's like a lot like
There's a lot of fluff in
Dino Go Fist. Like I've heard of these people. I'm like smaller, but like nothing really major.
Dude, it's Rip Torn.
It's, oh,
Hey, Rip should be there though.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
he's here. He's here
okay,
in D2.
who else?
Seth Lawless.
Man, Rip makes me angry. Every time Law does a move, I hear boom in my head.
Yeah.
Boom.
Let's see.
Every
so,
time.
Jabali and
Justin
D3.
Wong is in here.
Justin is
he was
Justin
legit,
is
okay.
actually he beat Rip at one of the first Wizard at the
That's
first
right,
Wizard.
that's
Wars.
right.
He still
But
did well?
He beat Rip.
Yeah.
I think it was like
Justin
pretty
Wong.
convincing too.
His
His footsies in that game are crazy.
He used to be a really top Tekken player.
His fang is like
but
out of
also
control.
Reno Face from NY is gonna be there, and he's a really good player.
Yeah,
He's been
actually-
playing for a really long
I actually
time.
heard Justin got really good at Tekken 5 because someone told him that he would never be good at Tekken, so he was like, okay.
Yeah.
then
And the
That
thing
sounds
is,
like-
it's all about movement. Like
yeah,
it's,
and then
it's
he
just
won.
spacing.
Like he won an Evo East with Tekken.
Yeah.
So.
That sounds like a really bad way
So-
to provoke Justin into taking all your game's money for like a year or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
So next up, we got E Circa Anakin giving up his spot.
Yeah.
That's right.
BMC, Joshimitsu. Of course, I didn't even know he was gonna be there. And I think that's it for that pool. Let's check out E2.
It's the Tekken Otaku.
Nah, I don't even know who that is.
God.
Oh, L Train. Yo, he's actually a pretty good large player from Michigan. Legit. I'm glad to see he's coming out because it's and Arrow as well. Arrow from Illinois. I remember that guy too. F1 we have Spiro Jin.
Oh, Spiro Jin,
Also
yeah,
traveling
okay.
from New York.
Spurgeon's sick.
This dude is legitimate. He's basically he was really good in Tekken 5 and DR. And he just now got back into Tekken. He really loves 7 as opposed to not liking Tag 2. So
okay.
who is in F2? CDK,
Majin.
Lil Majin, and Perfect Legend. Thing is, small story, I actually met Perfect Legend playing Tekken 5 in like Minneapolis or something crazy like that. Like Indianapolis or something crazy like that a few years ago. And Brandon Alexander, he entered as well.
Free tournament for sure.
Let's see. G1, nobody. Okay, let's go.
Well, apparently, according to Kirk,
Oh, Antonio. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Antonio, another OG player.
Sounds like a nobody.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. I haven't seen him in a while. So,
Okay.
Footwork entered for G2. Who else? Ender, LV Bentley, one special. Rick the Ruler. He did really well at the St. Louis Wizard World. I think
Yeah,
he got
law
like
player.
second or third. Yeah, he's a law player as well. Did pretty well versus Rip. Mateo in H1. Exia Repair. And I don't notice any of these other players.
Mateo's sick though.
Mateo's really good.
He's very good.
He did really well at Minneapolis.
Shout out to Curly W. He's also chiming in here. So yeah, the names that you're picking out are the ones that he's pointing out.
Okay.
Rick the Ruler and Mateo.
Mateo got like 4th at Wizard World or something like that.
Yeah, he got 4th just recently.
So he's
Oh, Ice Cold Edge. Okay. Wow, coming from Texas? Oh my God. Okay. Mr. Travis. I don't recognize any of the other names.
he said that Cuddlecore.
Cuddlecore, yeah.
Is the one.
And who else? Immortal. Yeah, and that's basically it. I feel like there should be more people. That's kind of weird, but yeah.
Well, there were. I mean, there
it's
were a lot
like-
of people who entered.
It's
There were-
front stacked, I think. The tournament.
Yeah.
Like the first few pools seemed pretty brutal.
There are 240 people who pre-registered, so
Oh,
That's
wow.
a lot of people.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So
All
that's
right.
the situation there.
Well, There's certainly a bunch of other games.
yeah. Like I'm looking through the Smash brackets. I don't recognize.
Well,
a lot
I'll
of
tell
the
you, I
names.
just got a tweet, which is very nice, from Jermaire SSB on Twitter. Thank you. Who sent us a list of names in Smash Wii U.
Oh,
Okay,
sick.
okay.
So that's real nice. So in F1, you want to look out for Ned, Cloud player.
Mhm.
In F2, Shell Luigi is in there. F3 has Triple R, Kirby. Yep, there you go. F4 has Day, who plays Lucario, and Dill, who plays Sheik.
Okay.
G1, Question marks. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
G2 has MVD Diddy. G3 has JJ Rockets Diddy. G4 has Otakon Peach and Tyroy with Bayonetta.
Down at the
2
bottom.
players to look out for. Yeah.
Well, remember, Bayonetta got nerfed just a little bit. So
Okay.
In the most recent patch. She was the only one who really got nerfed.
Okay. G5 has Dan Mario and Vive Zero Suit. Then G6 Dekillsage Fox and Demetus with Captain Falcon. H1 Zenodo with Diddy and Devin 3000 Kirby.
Got it.
H2 Helper Diddy Kong and Lucario and Lucas. H3 is Knight with Rosalina. Yeah, there you go. H4 Smasher 1001 with Mario and Mega Man.
And Mega Man?
That's sick,
Nice.
yeah. Looking forward to that.
That's a super generic name.
Smasher 1001.
Yeah. I wonder what that guy does.
Yeah. H5 Ksev with Fox. And then to bring it up, H6 ESAM with Pikachu.
Oh,
Oh,
you
Esam's
sound
around.
cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Pikachu, sick.
Yeah, I mean, because don't forget, they just came from Gommel, right? And that was pretty big
That came-
tournament.
yeah, the tournament was sick.
So
That
one
was so
really
So
sick,
cool to
actually.
watch, man.
Like you could barely there was that one point where Julio was like, "Can we pause timeout? Because I can't hear the
it's
game."
too loud.
That was
It was too
ridiculous.
loud.
Their crowds are insane.
Yeah,
They are absolutely
I
crazy.
really that's a subject I really want to touch on one of the Tuesday shows. So I really want to talk about why the Smash scene, in my opinion, is so much more hype and crazy about everything.
We can do that.
We'll
We
do
can
that.
do that.
Yeah, we'll do that either tomorrow if we can, or we'll figure something out. So,
Sure. Okay. Well, that's probably about as much time as we have for
yeah.
pools. Unfortunately, we don't have. Probably took like an hour and a half to do that. It's
Yeah,
just-
I know.
It was probably too long.
That
We're learning.
We're
figuring
learning.
this, we're figuring this
We're
out,
going to
so-
be a lot more adept at this
Yeah.
as time goes
Well,
on.
we'll figure this thing out.
Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're just gonna go over the last few things, like little extras that are going on there, and just kind of go through the schedules and such. So
Sounds good.
when we come back, so stick around for that.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're still talking about Combo Breaker. Just wanted to sort of touch on some of the other parts that we haven't mentioned yet before we go off. There's a lot of extra stuff at Combo Breaker, not just the tournament.
Right. One of the things that I know Rick's been particularly proud of is the Artist Alley that's going to be taking place over there. There's going to be a bunch of artists there. You can see the list here: Edwin Huang, Roboto, Mike Medicine Horse. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I've seen. Oh, he's the one who drew the shirt. Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So that is sick.
That is really
that's,
cool.
That's the shirt. That was one of the Teespring shirts that you could get. I have
Right.
that one. That one's a really good
And,
shirt.
and like the artist alley is gonna be right when you walk in to Combo Breaker, so you get to walk past all the lovely art and stuff when you
That's
first
cool.
get there. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Handmade plushes, of course, the
What?
perlers.
Oh man, I might get bodied by the plushes. That might be pretty bad.
Is that your thing?
No, but I want to buy one for my roommate probably.
Oh, okay.
He's not watching, hopefully, but his birthday's coming up.
Spoilers.
I know, right?
Yeah, so that's a
A
lot,
lot of
actually going
things,
on.
yeah.
Dream
I think that's
Masterminds.
really cool.
So there you go. So all these guys are gonna go there. Probably gonna be able to buy a bunch of cool stuff from them, and I'm gonna have to do my best to try to resist, or maybe.
I'm gonna get.
Actually,
bodied.
you know what? To be honest with you, I actually do like buying stuff. I usually try to buy stuff from artists
Yeah.
at these events because I really want to support them. Like I know at NCR, I bought a bunch of stuff from Shunao.
Yeah.
I know, like when.
Did you see the Overwatch charms?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like I'm super done. That is super bad. That's rough times.
As well as we were just saying recently that Avid is supplying like staging and medals and whatnot, etc.
That's right.
Yeah. So do you guys know how the in-house commentary works? So there's like 4 stages, and so there's going to be in-house commentary in each of the areas. So you'll only be able to hear it from like where you are.
Oh, interesting.
So like if you're in the corner that has like, I don't know, like let's say Tekken is over here or whatever, not on the main stage, you'll be able to hear the Tekken commentary in that area, but not like the rest of it.
That's crazy.
And not only that, but you know how the complaint last year about in-house commentary was the players could hear it.
Yeah.
So the way it's done is that Rick has on the main stage there's speakers playing the game audio, super loud. And then past the stage, there is being the speakers with the in-house commentary.
Right.
So from the stage, the players won't be able to hear commentators.
It's drowned out by the game noise.
Right, but if you're in the crowd, you'll be able to hear
that's good.
in-house commentary, which is really cool.
That's a smart play.
Tricky.
I'm actually so in-house commentary was like really weird for me at first, but we got so much practice from Wizard World that I'm like super used to it now.
Yeah.
I feel like super comfortable.
The very first time we did that was at Capcom Cup.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it
great!
was so
You did it
weird.
at Combo Breaker though.
But Capcom Cup was before that, I'm pretty sure.
The
2
first?
years?
Yeah, 2 years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about this year's.
No.
I think
was
that's
the first time
weird
we
talking
did it.
over it, like where people can hear me that are playing.
yeah,
I
it's
like
you
kinda
could
weird,
tell.
man.
You could tell when we were doing commentary at that Capcom Cup. We were like scared to say
Yeah, our
things.
commentary sucked because we didn't want
We
to
were like,
tip the players
he
off.
has to
We're
be
like,
careful of that meter, but we were like,
You're like, that move can be punished by, and that was a great,
Yeah,
maybe I
exactly.
shouldn't.
But we got used to it. It'll be fine.
yeah,
It'll be fine.
exactly.
Yeah, so,
Now-
so
now we
that's
don't
like the
care.
adjustment that Rick has made, because he's real smart. Yeah, the way
Yeah.
staging and everything's working at Combo Breaker is really sick.
Cool.
very forward-thinking event planning here by Mr.
If you want a fighting game event done right, you just hire Rick.
Yeah. I mean, look, we're getting a lot.
He
of
could
good-
turn this room into like a major venue. I 100% have faith he can make it happen. I believe it.
Time to hold some Ultra Chen TV events.
He
Fly
is-
Rick out here.
That guy is crazy.
You guys can't see it, but this is the whole room.
Yeah.
There's almost nothing behind the camera at all.
Right.
It's basically just this closet we're in right now.
But he
It's
could
really
do it.
But look,
I
the
believe.
cool thing about it is our community has just gotten to that point now, right? Where you've got guys like the Hutto,
Yeah.
you've got Chris Seglia, you've got Spooky, you've got the Level Up crew. You just have those good people that are really, really high quality at running events like this.
Yeah.
You know.
And this is not going to be any different. This event is, I feel like, especially when it comes to, like you said, any event ran by the Hado, you get like the best of the best. There's not much that's missing from an event ran by Rick. So
Look, I'm gonna say this right now. Someone in there said, "Oh, Ultra Chen TV ST tournaments." I would do it, except when I turn on the TV, the high pitch noise kills everybody's ears.
yeah, that electric buzz.
That was the plan. You know, we had planned to have this thing on tracked mode. And
I was gonna plug in my Vampire Savior board in there and have
Yeah.
that running in the background every once in a while, but apparently I need a better TV than that or something.
Something.
So. And I even have space in front of it for a flat screen too. Like you can
Oh, man,
actually
that's
put a flat
actually
screen,
pretty
so we can. switch
See, Rick
it.
says he could do it. He can
I
make it
can do
happen.
it.
You could solve the electronic buzz too, huh?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I
All
love
right,
that.
okay,
And
Rick.
next time you're
yeah.
here for like SoCal Regionals or something, maybe.
Yeah, I know. Come
Why
by.
don't you just take a
stop
night
by,
to come
stop
over to
by,
UCTV HQ.
And check it out, yeah.
Okay, so
People have asked me, they're like, is everything in the room held together by duct tape? Like, what happens? And I was like,
Duct tape. Can we afford that?
I don't know. Probably not.
yeah, that's like super high tech
Yeah,
stuff.
duct
like
tape.
that, yeah.
Jeez.
Dude, like you don't even know,
Taping
like
ducts
the
together?
microphone
Come
is
on,
like
I
on
don't
a paper box, and like the TV and the camera are on like boxes, and it's super ghetto. Like you don't.
Yeah, he's
even-
not making that up.
You
No.
don't even know how ghetto this setup
James
is
beat
in
up a
here,
homeless
so.
person for the television we used for that, right?
Exactly.
there. It's
Yeah,
actually,
pretty
it
much.
happened, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what Hobo Joe's gonna do now.
Decked him and
Yeah.
ran away with the
I-
TV.
No more TV for him on
The
the
streets.
sidewalk.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
This is a mean joke. We should probably
like
stop this.
hired Gibby. You know, he was.
Oh.
Oh, you know, Gibby doesn't care about homeless people.
took,
He-
took out the homeless.
that guy's a savage. Anyways,
Wow, that's true.
but regardless,
Anyway,
Okay, so one very important thing that we haven't talked about yet, who's streaming this?
oh yes,
Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at all this information here.
our
so,
streams and commentators.
So obviously, Team Spooky and 10-0 Productions. So 10-0 Productions, of course, is the team that's Chris Seglia's team. Team Spooky needs no introduction. Everyone knows Team Spooky.
Two of the best right there, just to start off.
Yep.
BG Callisto, of course.
Yeah,
Callisto
awesome.
Media doing great work. Again, when I named like all the great producers and production people. I named obviously the big names. A lot of guys on the up and coming and who have been doing this for a very long time.
Callisto's legit.
Yeah, he's often in the Ultra Chen chat, by the way.
Yeah. He's
I think
in
it's a
here all
little,
the time.
little late for them now, but yeah.
VG Bootcamp
VG
running
Bootcamp,
Smash.
doing all the Smash stuff here. Chaos Gaming, they just did Northwest Majors.
Yep.
Event Horizon, one of the Midwest best stream teams. And then we have a list of commentators, but they're not very special. So
No.
It's basically us and then some bums.
I like
Boom.
that.
I like how
I
the
like
list
that.
the list opens with Dave Lang and then is Tasty Steve and me.
Dang.
We got shafted to second and third behind Dave Lang, but it's like totally deserved, I think, probably.
It's Dave
Davey Lang.
Yeah, he is
D.
the
Lang.
first person. The other Ultra Chen nerds are like way near the bottom or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got all this information here, but what I do want to show you here is the schedule. So, dude, just go to combobreaker.org. They have the schedules up there very nicely laid out.
Yeah.
You can
Most
see it right
tournaments,
here.
I'm trying to figure out like when it is.
Yeah.
Like what are the dates it's happening.
So
but
on
this
Friday,
is everything.
you can see it starts at 1 p.m. and then goes all the way till midnight here. But you can see the midnight events are after the special events here. So you can actually follow the streams. Like there'll be the Street Fighter V auction tournament, Mortal
KI
Kombat
auction.
pools are going to be here, Skullgirl pools. So some of the Street Fighter pools start on Friday. There's going to be a little bit of the Guilty Gear pools here. So you can see all the stuff going on here. Tekken 7, a lot of it's going to be run on this day as well. Smash Wii U is going to be doubles only. Same thing for Melee. So if you're in here for Smash, it's going to start mostly on Melee doubles and then Wii U doubles. There will be no Ultra Street Fighter. Oh no, one of the Ultra Street Fighter 4's pools is here. And then there's going to be Ultimate Marvel Auction, Vampire Savior Special Event that we talked about earlier. The Character Specialist is going to be at night. And Brawlhalla is going to be playing 3 of the brackets here, as well as the Mystery Tournament, which is just going to be running all day.
So when those tournaments aren't happening, there's free play there, so those are always on? Is that the implication?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's-
It's
so
24
this is
hours,
free
so-
play.
That's amazing.
So,
Yeah.
so there's actually stations for every game, and when they're not being played, they're free play for
That's
that
so
game.
good.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch KOF 13 the whole time, you can do so.
You
Yeah.
can just stand by the KOF stations all
Amazing.
weekend.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So check out the schedule for Combo Breaker, combobreaker.org/schedule, I think it is, or something like that.
Yeah, Saturday obviously is going to be the bulk of. You can see every game pretty much
Everybody's
being
playing
played.
something.
Yeah, everything is going to be played.
That's
so.
awesome. That's so cool that you can play those games at any time. That's
And
awesome.
so you can also
Even
check
it's
here.
24 hours, so
Right,
it's
yeah,
like
24
anytime, yeah.
Amazing.
Wow,
You
they
can
got the
also check
stream
here.
schedule laid
Yeah,
out
so
too.
this
That
is
is
what Team
amazing.
Spooky is streaming. This is what Callisto is streaming. This is what VG Bootcamp is streaming. You can see here, this is the Tekken stream here, Event Horizon
Wow,
stream.
Tekken Ball top 8's on the Tekken stream, sick.
That's so cool.
It's like the opening thing in the morning.
I'm gonna be there for that. I'll tell you that.
That's
I'm
for
watching
sure.
that one.
Yeah.
So again, here's the broadcasters. So you see Team Spooky. So there's 5 streams. It'll be Team Spooky, BG Callisto, VG Bootcamp, Tekken, and Event Horizon. So
Yeah.
All right.
check all that stuff out. And here's all the
Some
people, the wonderful
sponsors.
people helping make sure
Gotta learn a lot of
that Combo
segues.
Breaker is
Oh,
gonna
man.
be pulled off for you guys. Gaming Generations, of course, providing everything. Hado, One Frame Link, Paradise Arcade Shop, Autumn Games, Ultimate Source, One Frame Link, WB Games, Controller Chaos.
That one's all that matters.
Oh,
I'm
Giordano's
going in on these
sponsorship.
Oh, that's what
That's
you're doing.
all
Okay,
that matters.
okay.
Look,
Giordano.
Everybody else there is kind of cool. That's the best one.
That's the greatest. All these video game publishers.
I
you
mean,
know.
they always do this.
I don't need these video game publishers at this video game tournament, but
No.
I need some pizza.
But I will leave.
Can you imagine if they had a booth there where you could just they have like an
Bruh.
oven in the venue?
I would never stop eating.
I know. I'd be on commentary
So next up,
munching.
oh god, it's so good.
And all the commentators will just be in food comas the whole time.
No shame about
That's
it.
why
I'd be
I'm
sitting
dead
there.
serious.
I'd be sitting there
I'm gonna
with us.
eat all morning.
And our next match, I move the mic and then
Yeah,
Dude,
no.
so this time that I bought a medium-sized Giordano's pizza, that was my dinner, it was my breakfast the next day, it was my lunch the next day, and it was my dinner.
Are
Wow.
you serious?
It's
Totally serious. You buy a small, and I can't eat a whole lot at once, right? Like I don't have a very big stomach, but a small is 2 meals for me.
Dang.
I'd be surprised if you could eat 3 slices.
Really?
like in
Yeah,
one sitting. That's
I
a
would be
lot.
too.
Really?
You had to be
'Cause I
real
could- I
hungry.
Like
could-
you
I
would,
could-
you would. Look,
No, I'm
maybe,
telling you right now.
maybe
You won't eat
it's
3 slices.
possible.
I'm telling you right now, I eat a lot.
Look,
You'd have to
I've
gorge.
seen you
it's
eat.
doable. It's doable. Like I could do it too, but like
why?
you would feel gnarly.
Yeah.
It would be
It
bad.
would not
for
be
you.
good.
It would be very bad for you. Yeah, 2 slices is probably gonna KO
No,
you.
2 slices is legit. Like that holds me over.
That's look, because it's not just
Yeah.
the slice like some crappy New York pizza where it's like a big old floppy elephant ear. You know, it's like a
I've never heard anybody say.
it's like a material.
Elephant ear pizza.
There's a big old
It's like a
there's a
lasagna.
big old wedge.
Deep
Yeah,
dish.
it's like eating a lasagna, like that big of a slice of lasagna.
Got it.
2 of
got it.
those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look.
Ugh.
I want to just say this. Look, I have not been to Combo Breaker. I heard nothing but good things. A lot of people said it was their favorite event of the year. UFGT, same thing before that. So it's a lot of the same crew. I'm super stoked to be able to go this year. I'm really excited for it. There's going to be a lot of good matches. And again, like the way that they did it before. What?
They're so mad at you.
Elephant ear, yeah, you can't
Hey,
eat
you know what?
Now,
Get
like,
used
I'm
to it,
legit
alright?
thinking about it. I'm like, that's
the way-
definitely an
the-
elephant ear.
the-
It's all floppy. You gotta make sure to hold up the end of the
I know.
pizza. Like you're
Yeah.
making out with a girl. Oh, God.
Look, man, like an elephant can't really control its ears. They're just hanging around.
You gotta be like a sword
Have you just seen an
swallower.
elephant
Their
before?
ears?
No, I mean they move a little bit, but like
They're
there's
just
always
like
a part.
this.
There's always a part hanging down.
Yeah.
Like they can't they don't have like prehensile ears.
You have to. It's like circus training to eat that. It's like you have to guide
Yeah,
it.
you got right.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely like
you
the
have to-
plane. You
yeah,
gotta,
yeah, I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say. Yeah, you
Not
got
over
these
here. I need
hand
you to come
signals,
right here.
Yeah, you got the
There
little,
you
got
go.
the little flares.
you gotta brace yourself. Ugh. There we go.
I know.
There we
When you finish, you're like, it definitely was not the smoothest landing.
Yeah.
First time flyer.
Okay,
for sure.
I'm
For Chicago pizza, that is a meal.
You're eating that with a
you
fork
know
and
you're
a
eating
knife.
something.
Dude,
Wow, you saw that. You saw
You can
that.
taste it.
Rick,
It's pizza you can taste.
Rick, I'm not commentating anymore. I'm just gonna eat pizza while I'm there. That's all
That
I'm
sounds
doing.
fair to me.
That's all I'm doing.
This is bad timing.
Just eating
It's
pizza.
really bad timing. I didn't even think about this at all. I don't know whose idea it was to get them as a sponsor, but
Oh, some genius.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna hurt
Some
myself.
genius.
If I don't show up, it's because I'm vomiting.
I can't.
If I don't show, Ooh, I gotta-
hurt
not
myself.
because I'm not gonna be able to eat anymore. It's just because I want to eat more, so I gotta clear out some space.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's it.
Anyways.
Maybe see a psychiatrist or something.
Any case,
What do you got, James?
I'm super excited to go. I'm really, really stoked to go.
Just gonna eat
This
pizza and
event.
get food
Just
poisoning.
gonna I'm just gonna eat pizza all day. Gonna eat ice
The
cream.
thing is, you can't only eat that pizza because
You
it's
can't do
so
it.
substantial.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
So,
I know.
Like,
So
you'll
we'll
have
just get a
heartburn
small
for
and
a week.
split it. Like, you know what I mean?
Could all
just kinda
probably
the way
split
it
like
is.
a medium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do that. I do that.
I-
Hopefully
I'm-
nobody
I'm-
eats all
I'm
of it
super
because I'm
excited.
pretty sure I'm getting like 2 slices and a half.
Dude, you know,
Yeah,
so
I went
some
with
of the-
like 4 of us went last year, and I think we got a large, and we had enough leftovers that all of us ate like the next
Okay,
day.
so let me
Yeah.
ask you, what's your opinion of pineapple on pizza?
It's like a thing people do.
Because someone said
That's the best I'll say
someone
about
said
it.
if I
Oh,
do that,
wow.
they will hunt me down.
That's the best. I'll
You
say.
can't put pineapple.
I
on
was
this
gonna
pizza.
say you can't.
On this.
Oh, you're crazy. Yeah.
On
It's
Chicago
not happening
pizza?
on this
Oh,
pizza.
right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get out of
Yeah,
town.
we'll share a pizza while James eats.
No, I won't. I
Whatever
won't
that
eat
is.
pineapple.
I
I mean,
believe-
I'm okay with it, but I wouldn't do it. For
On
this
crappy California pizza, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
terrible
know
pizza.
what was
Add the
dope that I
flavor.
never had until I moved to California is people putting like actual jalapenos on pizza.
Yeah,
never
that's-
done it
that's
before,
cool. It is
and it's
good.
actually pretty good.
You know how here when you get pizza with sausage on it, it's like the little sausage like
Yeah.
that. When you get sausage in Chicago, it's like
Oh,
actually Italian
they
sausage.
cut up a sausage, man.
Oh.
So I get the lou, I believe it's called, which is like spinach and tomatoes. And the tomatoes that are in there are not like these little like slicey tomatoes. You got a tomato. in
They're
it,
like not
alright?
diced. It's
Yeah.
legit like
Here's a tomato.
a quarter of a tomato.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
All I
I'm
care
super
about is the
excited.
pizza now.
The pizza.
I'm going early
ice cream
just to eat
parlor,
pizza
dude.
before
Pizza
everybody
and
else
ice
gets
cream
it.
parlor.
That sounds gross.
That's
Pizza
you
and
might not
ice cream?
survive that.
No way. I hope I'm not sharing a hotel bathroom with James. That
Poor
sounds
David,
rough.
poor
Oh
David.
man, yeah. Let me know what your room number is.
Yeah, I know.
I'll
He's
spend
gonna
half
have
my
to
time
run.
He
over
just
you
leaves the
guys.
door open. That was a bad idea.
If
You
you
can
guys,
see David sitting in there with a paper,
Definitely take the opportunity to tune in for this.
Just moving around a bunch.
Just close it out, James. We'll just keep
Just
talking about
just
parts of pizza.
Hopefully you guys will tune in for this if you
The
can't
best
make it.
things.
And if you do enjoy it, definitely try to make it. Like, I can't wait to go there and be able to come back and be like, yo, that was amazing. Let's, like, everyone should go to this. And honestly, like, the way that this event is run, like, I know a lot of people have been talking about how Stunfest had problems this last weekend, so it shouldn't be
Right.
a premiere event or whatever like that. I mean, I'm looking at Combo Breaker right now. Let's hope we can get Combo Breaker into, like, premiere event status.
I don't see why. I still don't see why it's not. But what do I know?
It's brand new. It's
Whatever
brand
they
new.
got,
And
yeah.
last year, I mean, there was definitely venue issues with the internet
Yeah,
and
true.
such like
That's
that,
true.
right? So, you know, if this year gets pulled off without a hitch, I can't see why it wouldn't be. So.
All right.
let's see.
Well, Thanks a lot for listening to us talk about this for 3 hours. You know, this is something that we do want to do before tournaments, make it a more regular thing, so we could talk about interesting stuff. So please let us know what you would like to see or what you would not like to see as much of. Probably pools.
Dude, I mean,
But,
for
you know,
We can do like the
even-
notable plays.
Yeah,
Like we'll just
even-
have to make it a note to look
Yeah.
at the pools before we come on, because like I said,
Some nerds forgot to take notes.
Yeah, in general, I mean, even with the Tuesday show that we're doing, the Tuesday show, let us know what sections you guys like to hear, what sections you would rather have us be shorter on. Like, do you want less tournament results? Do you want more game news? Do you just want us to talk about Civil War
for
more?
2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want us to
Hey,
talk about Splatoon?
we can
or
talk about Civil
whatever
War and pizza
random
for
stuff?
hours, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I'm telling you right
We
now,
should just have a show where we order crappy California pizza and talk
that's
about
that's
that.
supposed to be
You
our
can-
Saturdays,
you
man.
can tweet us.
Sounds, yeah, you're
We
right.
should
That's
do
our
that.
Saturdays.
You can
That
tweet
is
us.
the worst. I
You're
can't.
right.
That's
I
a
don't know if
great
I want to
idea.
do that. Now that I think about it, I'm
At
trying to.
Ultra Chen TV, you can tweet us your suggestions
Yeah.
or send us suggestions to ultrachentv@gmail.com. And there you go.
Sounds great.
But yeah, if you are also a TO and you'd like for us to cover events for you, contact us through the same means at ultrachentv on Twitter and ultrachentv@gmail.com. And we'll see what we can do.
Sounds good. All right. Thanks a lot for sticking around.
Peace out, everybody.
See you at Giordano's.